aren't real.
DJ, would you say Big Bird's real?
Birds aren't real.
Yeah, but Big Bird is. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We're NotGreatRPG, and we're here once again for the City of Oshuamp. Before we start, Claudio, thank you for the resub. Paul with short hair and Era, truly.
Oh my
And
god.
thank you, Mike. Good God.
I'm not reading that. That's so many words.
A
I can
lot of
barely
words,
read.
Mike. It's a good one, though. Thank you very much.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're back once again for the City of Oshuamp. We're going to go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, and then after a brief recap, we'll pick up where we left off last week. As always, I am Don, and I will be playing Ether Revia, the Grave Domain Cleric, unless I get hugged by one of those guys that sank into the floor.
Ooh.
Floor hugs.
Floor huggers.
Hi. I still haven't thought of anything yet, so I'm DJ and I play Nesgrim.
I'm Felix Fireball and Gray. I play. No, I'm Paul. I play Felix Fireball.
We got him.
Missed it.
Checking.
I'm Glenn. I play Vorst. He's cold.
I'm Chell. I play Thariel, and I just got done eating my weight's worth in Chinese food, so if you see me asleep at the table, mind your business.
No judgment here.
No, you didn't.
I'm Sarah. I play Ritora. I've been given permission to finish the puzzle, so eventually we'll have the solution to the puzzle.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm John. I am the Dungeon Master for Oshuamp. Last week, inside of the Healer's Ward, we picked up in the battle with the 2 Ice Elementals and the many Rotborn-infested individuals. We deciphered that killing the Rotborn creatures with fire or radiant damage does incinerate the effects of the rot contaminant. Nesgrim having erupted one of the seeds. We started breaking the seeds once we started breaking the people. Thariel communicated in Sylvan Sign Language with the Ice Elementals, telling them, "Uppies, I am your queen now." And they were like, "All right, yeah, you're right." So they smushed some rot creatures with us, and then eventually Thariel asked at the conclusion of combat, "Hey, I want to go to the throne room. Where the fuck's that?" And they pointed out into the big hallway and then up. And she said, "Cool." Then they incorporated back into the floor as they are creatures of ice, and then they began underground ice skating out the Healer's Ward into the hallway where they had directed.
10 out of 10.
Yep.
Totally normal.
Disappearing from our space. We were left inside in yonder Healer's Ward. Felix watched as Nesgrim tried to go into the quarantine ward and broke open the ice that shattered, and like a fragmentation grenade propelled into his face shards of ice that deafened him and cut up his eyes. Felix then threw the wall of force, teleported in, found 4 rot boys inside of a quarantine bed with an armoire of potions, teleported back out, fireballed inside after antagonizing all the rot boys. The rot boys, all but one died. That antagonized rot boy got his revenge and shattered most of the bottles, except for 1 elixir of vitality that Felix was able to retrieve after killing the last rot boy. What was the party split? It was Sarah, Glenn, and Rearda went into the assistants' quarters through a storage facility. They saw 2 rot boys sleeping within some rot boy beds. They were like, "Hey, maybe we should fucking kill these motherfuckers while they're unconscious."
Hey.
I didn't say that.
Ritor was like, "Wait a minute, I don't know if that's a great
Verbatim.
idea."
Where was the jukebox that they just slammed on before doing it?
And then it was,
Hey, let's fucking kill him, eh?
Don and DJ had looked through the large receptionist desk in the center of the building, or in the center of this room, found some old logs talking about death from a mysterious illness and then eventually a plague. Then Felthul was like, "Hello, I'm still alive against all odds.
Very badly burned.
I found
Felthul.
I found a mysterious, strange corridor here within the Hierophant's office." We went through with...
And yet I still persist.
That was Don, DJ, and Chell. Went into that area, worked their way into the Hierophant's small study. Inside there was a writing desk, a bookcase, and a small credenza. On top of the credenza there were some pieces of parchment, and there was a sealed envelope addressed to Boar Firehand, Master of Gem and Stone, at Hostrukar. So that's where we're picking up, with the party currently split. I'm just going to fucking write it on this page, so this way I don't have to keep flipping back and forth. Don, DJ, Chell, in the study with the candlestick murder. And then Sarah, Glenn, Rearda, we're in assistance ass quarters. And then Paul was still inside of the healer's den proper, having just exploded the last of the
There's an ass man
rot boys.
over there.
So I guess in terms of narrative focus at first, we will be picking up with the 3 people inside of the study. So Don, DJ, and Chell.
We don't know Boar, correct?
No.
Okay.
Nope. Boar Firehand is not a name that any of you guys would be familiar with.
Did you say Forst?
we
Go
just
Borscht.
we just know the
Borscht.
location of Hostrukar was the dwarven city west of Auglatha along the mountain range that is called Ash Hall.
The letter's unopened, correct?
Correct. Yeah, it is currently sealed, like wax seal on the back and everything.
Are you familiar with this area?
We have learned of its name and vaguely of its purpose, but not intimately familiar with it, no.
I'm assuming this letter was probably written thousands of years ago.
Yes, I mean, if the last records of the medical ward are to be believed, it is several thousand years old at least.
Should we open it?
Yes, but we should first be very careful of anthrax. Letter.
Oh God! Let me just sniff this seal.
Oh, it's powder sugar. We're good.
Boar Firehand, he made cookies.
Yeah.
he didn't need he didn't need oven mitts.
We got Gamdar's recipes, so like it's canon.
True. All right.
We're locked.
Wait, who's got this again? Who's got Gamdars? Is it you?
I think
He
so.
did, yeah.
Yeah, it's just to get the special blend of herbs and spices.
Yeah.
Don't need oven mitts.
you can't read them. No. No, I can't.
He was learning.
Can I check to see if there's
Then he had a
any
metal
magical
breakdown.
properties about it that would indicate it maybe being like
The thunder.
craft or anything?
The letter itself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like see if there's anything magical about it.
I mean, yeah, you could give it like a quick look over. Based upon like, so again, it would just look like an old-fashioned like actual envelope, just Boar Firehand, Master of Gem and Stone on the front. The wax seal on the back would be a blue wax that for him, his family sigil is just like a small, what would look like almost mistletoe leaf hanging in the center. Giving it a gloss over, like, there doesn't seem like anything remotely, there's nothing like written on it around the edges. It just looks like it's literally a letter.
If it passes the vibe check, I'd like to open it.
Yeah, I would say that like being an individual affiliated with magic, what?
Before she opens it, as she's inspecting
You're
the
dead.
magical.
No.
That makes sense.
There's a cannon
Yes.
in here.
I would be looking for if there is anything mixed into the wax, because I would assume that we would have used like animal fats and things to render down to make wax and things of that nature. So I would try to determine, I guess, what the what the wax is made of, and if there's anything like mixed into it.
Yeah, I would say that you would discern like this is an area that has been described to you as a druidic palatial palace. That as you're looking at it, you would be familiar with understanding like how basic dyes are made.
Okay.
With oftentimes like the dried out powdery remnants of flour, of herb, of other like natural elements to be able to store and withdraw that pigment and to be able to implant it through some scientific or otherwise magical means into incorporate it into the wax to give it the blue color.
Gotcha. So common otherwise.
Correct.
Okay. Yep. Very good.
Open that bad boy up.
Show me what's in.
Yeah, you pull out your sacrificial dagger to
Yeah.
slice it.
Ah, paper cut. Oh no!
I'm bleeding on the special magic note. Yeah, I mean, inside would be a folded up piece of paper. I recognize again, my handwriting is bad. I will only give out so many things that I have written out in perfect form. Otherwise, I will just read it if you would like to
That's
open
fine
the
with me.
envelope. So inside of the envelope, it says,
You're dead.
"You're dead."
It says turn around. You're dead.
Turn over. Turn over.
You're dead.
Does this smell like anthrax?
There's 2 arrows pointing to which side the top
that's-
is, but they both go the wrong way.
So the letter says, Thank you, my lord. I know these gems carry great value to your home and to your family. The peril within Auglatha is dire. We are desperate. The scourge that ravages the lands reaches the very halls of the palace, of the royal houses, even the king himself. I fear that this rot cannot be contained, and that the cost to cleanse is too great to perform for so many afflicted. I cannot ask of you to empty the vaults of Hostrukar, that our sin may be forgiven. The research of my daughter yields great promise, an untested theory, but I have hope. I have reviewed her methods. Brilliant. The alchemists of Felfarthen would be proud, but I have not the time to revel in pride. Should my efforts prove successful, I believe that I could save my king. However, Auglatha itself will still fall. The ritual may claim all my spirit, and Taruthel, weakened and without his sword arm, cannot stand against the might of all Auglatha, twisted and enthralled. I beg of you, should we fail, unleash all the wrath of your mortars upon our home. Give to me but a single moon. Should you receive no correspondence, destroy us. Forgive us, noble lords of the Varaut. We have broken our covenant.
Yeah, I would tell you guys what it says.
It sounds bad. That sounds real bad.
It seems like the letter was unsent, if it is still here.
If the letter was unsent and is still intact,
This has not been read, this was never sent. Which means that they were likely destroyed even before he was able to send the letter. Perhaps this was an emergency case to be sent out if he thought they were going to fail.
He asked for assistance from Hostrakar.
Yes.
What type of assistance? Money? Soldiers? Does he think there's a...
it was phrased as, don't,
Empty your vaults.
yeah.
So the second line is, I know these gems carry great value to your home. And then a few lines later it says, the cost to perform this ritual for all the citizens of Auglatha would come at the expense of the entirety of the vaults of Hostrakar. So the implication is gems. Again, I read this aloud.
Gotcha.
I respect that it's not physically presented to you.
I think the entire city of Auglatha was infected with the rot. And in order to perform a ritual such as we did for Ritora before your time with us, it would have required all of the gems within the vaults of Astrukar. And that if they could not cure it on their own, if they did not get that second correspondence, then they were to be destroyed. But this letter did not go out.
Do we know who the letter was signed by?
This going out?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say that it would be signed at the bottom, the same thing. The Hierophant of Herb, Elusil Piriella.
Windowsill Purell.
Yep.
Yes.
The rot.
Oh, look at that. Solved.
If Hastrukar did not destroy the city, then who did?
Who sunk it?
Yes. Perhaps this Hierophant of Herb did. If he knew that the letter would not get there in time. There may have been no other way other than to perhaps freeze the kingdom. If we are to believe that this person is incredibly talented, he also speaks of his daughter and her research being promising. Clearly they worked with herbs and chemicals and other alchemical things. I wonder if whatever has caused the king of Auglatha that Laverna mentioned, to be trapped here alive all of these thousands of years later, was not administered by this Hierophant. Some sort of literal freezing of time, of life.
So, Elucil is Laverna's father. We already knew that, correct?
Based upon literally him saying, forgive me the sins of a remorseful father.
Right.
My question then is, how did Laverna get out? Unmarred by the rot?
I think she was perhaps kicked out before it happened.
You don't know that she wasn't afflicted with the rot?
I mean, we don't see it on her.
I will, as one other aside thing, because this happened right before we went on break, when she came out of the moonbeam and she was in her larger form, there were various signs of incredible castigation-style burns on her flesh. Not to say that what that means, but
Right.
we have seen visible things of her having massive scarring over her body.
She also was like half goat woman, so.
Yeah, again, she could have been burned in the fires of hell, or
One too many rounds with a demon.
exactly.
She either did have the rot and is covering it, or she did not have it. But I think it is more likely that she had it, and part of whatever deal she has with this entity, the Night Mother, is withholding it from destroying her.
Or perhaps the rot thrives in colder climates. Think about its spread in Oshuamp. It's cold now. It's thriving here. If heat is... Have we been anywhere that was warm? Was Whitehall warm?
No, I mean, Whitehall didn't really have much of like a temperature outside of like an ambient warmth to it. But no, like as far as Thariel for being up here though, winter lasts 8 months. For the rest of the year, it's a colder temperate climate, but there's still a brief spring. There's a brief summer.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't go realistically above like a 70 to like 80 degree temperature ever in the north, but it would still get warm.
I mean, if the rot stems or was created from death, and death inherently being cold, I don't think it's incorrect to make assumptions that the cold possibly plays an effect on it.
We have killed Widow's Whale with fire before.
Yes.
Correct.
And the fact that fire can't be contained here, perhaps it's even in the air.
I would imagine it might be. Or at least it could be frozen in the ice underneath.
Perhaps.
I'd like to cast light on my sword.
Sure. You cast light on your sword.
Big old bright light.
Yeah.
Because it was previously dark in here, right? Because there's no open
Correct.
light or fire or anything.
Correct.
Light maintains, so it looks like it's just fire.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think it's also something to do with the heat. There's no heat radiating off your sword, it's strictly light.
Mm.
We see sunlight in Oshuamp, and yet people still suffer from the rot.
Hmm.
I think it might mostly be the temperature.
I do like it really cold in my apartment. That's true. Like I'm again, it's not me super projecting, but the cold, dark places are where the rot thrive.
There's nothing better than sleeping in a super cold room,
Right?
Under a million blankets so you're warm. Ugh.
Crank that sucker to 90.
Oh my god.
All right, you lizard.
So much colder in here already. Brr. I've always known Auglatha to be a wintry location, correct?
Oh yeah, based upon the children's stories and stuff like that you would have read. Yes, absolutely.
And what was said in the letter about the daughter's research?
It was promising.
Yes, the research of my daughter yields great promise. It is an untested theory, but I have hope. I have reviewed her methods. They are brilliant. The alchemists of Felfarthen would be particularly proud.
I'm gonna look around the room and see if there's any like journals with like.
Yeah, no, absolutely, there are. Like, so just in redescribing the environment, like it was the small rectangular shaped room. This note was on the credenza by the doorway. There was also the writing desk. There was a small bookcase, and then there is a closed oaken door on, the right side away from the credenza and the writer's desk, and then the couple bookcases. So on the desk itself, there would be a series of like small open journals. Most of them would be discussing various in terms of like botanical study of plants and of the natural things around Auglatha itself.
I'm gonna just like quickly like flip through the pages and see if the name Vornia or Laverna appears anywhere.
Sure. Anybody, for the other two people in here, is there anything else you would like to be doing?
Let me ponder for a moment.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, did you say there were bookcases?
There's two bookcases, so this
You ran
smaller
away.
one is the layout of yonder room you came in
I'll
here.
find the big books.
This is like the little credenza. These are two bookcases. This is the writer's desk. That's the big oaken sealed door. And that would just be like a small little end table. Look like for like personal effects and like pens and stuff. Little quills.
I'm gonna go look through the bookcases, looking for any book titles that stand out to me as different than the rest, maybe. And then also I want to feel around the bookcases,
Sure.
on the outsides.
Yeah, absolutely. You can make an investigation check for that. You were looking inside of the journals on his writer's desk itself for Vornia or Laverna.
Mm-hmm.
You can also make an investigation check. And then Don was pondering.
I would be looking through the books for the one that appears to be the most well read in terms of frayed edges,
Sure.
things of that nature. And I would be looking through the pages of said book to see if there is any plants pressed in the book
Sure.
to kind of keep it secret and preserved.
Okay. You can roll for that as well. DJ, what'd you roll?
9.
Okay. Chill.
2.
Great. Don.
14.
Cool. We'll resolve you guys in a moment. In that time frame, I would say that we'll hop back to Healer's Ward Paul.
Oh shit! All right. So I was just checking the floor below, and I saw University Hall. Right?
Correct.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk down the stairs, and as I do, I'm going to create a third level spell slot,
You got it.
just in case I need it.
To burn the library?
Don't need it.
What?
You're gonna burn the library now?
Come on.
Yeah.
All right, it's a 5. I'm good. What's wrong with burning the library a little bit?
I like how this was 4 minutes after Ether was like, make sure you got a buddy. Nobody goes anywhere by themselves.
Deuces.
And then we were like, that's a real good idea. You go check out what's in that closet. Let's all split up.
We did indeed do exactly that.
Everyone scatter.
Ether's not looking, run!
He can't catch us.
He's gonna run out into the middle
Ninja
of the
dust.
healers thing
Through
and
the
just be
dust.
like, oh, the oxen free!
To be fair, he also said, whatever you find, don't just go in. And then their group did just go in.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're
Do as-
really great at working together.
Do as we say, not as we do.
Yeah. So you would have walked down the stairwell,
Yeah,
like I
yes.
described. You would have seen that this is the big open area for what would say University Hall. How much is your dark vision for your extent? Because I don't believe that you have a source of light.
You gave me
300 feet, right?
300, yeah, so like 310.
Okay. So then you'd be able to see that this hallway is probably about 100 to 120 feet in width. These are the grand hallways walking through a massive palatial palace. It would be on a series of archways above this great opening that would say University Hall. It would be in common because they did permit outside students to be in attendance here. So as you're walking, yes, right, it's a university. They care about the money. Tuition dollars. great.
You, Sally Mae.
Yeah,
Arthur
you're
bucks, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like you're a non-Alglathan resident. We have to charge you the out of Auglatha fee. I'm sorry.
Why use Arthur University?
Yeah, right.
Hey, you.
So with 300 feet, you'd be able to see there's, as you're walking in this direction, obviously you get a better vantage point. You can see that there's a small opening here, and this walkway continues. Same thing for here. And then this looks like it continues and stretches out.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna walk into University Hall.
you got it.
Not great.
So
What are you doing there, bud?
I have to open up multiple pages. There's a lot of things. Damn it, I clicked the wrong one.
Did this to yourself.
I know. I love that this is an entire actual functioning palace, and I can't wait to murder us all
He's
in our
clicking
unique
on
little
Functioning
rooms.
palace.
Yeah.
What does it grow legs and run away?
It might.
Mimic.
Yeah, he's
It's a mimic palace.
he's opening up all the tabs that say like University Hall combat encounter, University Hall trap, University Hall kill Paul.
University Hall exhaustion.
No
No loot for Paul. No loot ever. Ha ha ha. Hee, hee, hee.
University Paul.
Yes.
Paul University.
P.U.
So
Man, that's
Just kill me now.
everything obviously is
Brand
still
University.
universally covered homogenously in frost. So like as you are walking this hallway, you would see, because it's clear, it's crystalline, you would see it would be white marble palatial floors. Same thing with the walls. There would be decor on the grand walls. It would be depictions of beautiful forestry scenes, views of like landscape images of parts of the palace itself. But behind like 6 to 8 inches worth of ice, it's kind of hard to see from various angles.
That's a good amount of ice.
Yeah, legitimately, it's fucking absurd.
It's about average, right?
Yeah, massive ice. As you reach this point into the archway, you would see that this is like a 40-foot wide opening. As you would step into here, you would see that genuinely it would look like it's fucking classrooms. There's a doorway here, a hallway that continues out here and would curve and be just an intersection where this would be another walkway with more classrooms on that side. Same thing for here, classrooms on this side. So like as you're standing here, you'd be able to see that T to some degree.
Yeah, I'd like to, if there's any names or numbers on the outsides of those classrooms that I could try to read.
Yeah, absolutely. There would be numerical,
Like science class or 101B.
I mean, it would just be 1,
1,
2.
Okay.
Like, there's, I know how many are in here. It's
Okay.
not so many that they would have the requisite of, like, professor names or things like that.
I'm gonna try to peek through if there's a window.
Yeah. We'll say that it's traditional university,
Yeah.
like wooden door with, like, a frosted glass pane window.
Great.
Cool.
Except it's actually frosted.
Yeah, it's literally frosted this time. Which one would you want to go to? Also, while you're walking
My
into this...
left, so that one.
Okay, while you're walking in this vestibule, I do need you to make a stealth check.
God damn it.
Frat boy Felix.
Oh no!
Yes! Your rolling tray.
Might not be good. 12.
Well,
Uh-oh.
I'm not that stealthy.
I know. That's
Dude,
why I
doing a
love that
soul
we
Do
split
better.
up.
His wet ass feet are slapping on the cobblestones.
It's not
Oh, where are my boots? Okay, so it's just no.
Boots are
Water-
sticky.
Wouldn't I
Yeah.
stick? I
Yeah,
would stick.
sticky
Like
feet
an
on
I was gonna
ice.
say you were like they're crystallizing from all the frost, and then you're just crunching around.
Does Felix freeze to the floor?
He's wearing it.
Wearing boots.
Yeah, your boots
I don't
freeze.
give my boots away to strangers.
They can freeze to the floor.
Your boots just sound like
Somebody call me a
walking around.
hero.
Yeah, right? Some
Not
of
very.
us are boot givers.
Just sounds like you're
Some may
walking
call you
around on like
Barry
Cheetos all day. Just so much ice in my
wow.
shoes.
Okay.
Just do it. Just
Oh, I mean, like,
Right.
it's a...
yeah, just fucking
No, with
murder.
with a 12, like, it's a... You, as you're approaching this doorway, because, like, this square, like, antechamber / vestibule area, like, this is still probably about 60 feet in width. So, like, this is a 60-foot box square.
Okay.
As you're walking
Yeah, that
towards
one.
this, you would hear, like, in the same way while we were upstairs within the healer's ward, you heard when your friends were moving around, the same heaviness of a larger humanoid creature striking with boots
Yeah.
on ice, like walking.
Great. Where do I hear that? In
Not in the classroom, in what would sound like you wouldn't be able to discern a direction for either of these
but
hallways.
that way.
Possibly straight down.
I'm gonna turn around and leave.
I mean, do you run away or
No,
do you?
I would just slowly take my time, half
Okay.
speed.
Okay. Yeah, you can make a stealth check with advantage while you're leaving then.
Oh boy. All right.
It's like this thing, like things can be moving around.
Oh boy.
I'm not trying to say.
10.
Oh.
But it wasn't the nat one because I had advantage.
Great. Yeah, I'm not trying to say like this thing heard something move and it instinctively is like kill the interloper. It's
Now it is.
perhaps it might.
It might.
It might.
It was.
Depending
Paul-
on what you say next.
Paul, roll for me a d6.
A D6.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you
6 whole Ds.
assign to me what this might be.
Ooh, a 6.
You don't know if that's good or bad.
It's probably bad.
Probably bad.
There are a
That's
few
bad.
times in which yippee, but yippee.
Oh no.
And this is where Paul dies.
Yeah, I would say that.
Have you still never been hit?
Oh, I've been
He's
hit.
been hit.
Hasn't been
I've never been downed.
Not
As
yet.
you hear, as you're like slowly starting to back away,
Giant centipede.
and you hear the
No!
you hear the first set of footsteps like cracking against the ice. You would then hear a great rattling of chains. As like something is walking and then yanks on a chain. And then you hear thump,
Christmas past.
thump, thump.
I would like to prepare a 4th level spell slot.
All right. It definitively sounds
I'm going
like
to
Jacob
light this thing up if it turns the corner.
Yeah. With
5 again.
with the sound of the significantly larger figure, you can discern it's coming from
So it's the same
this
entity.
hallway.
Okay.
Not that it's the same entity, that a thing is walking and just yanked a chain, and now something else is walking with it.
Come on,
Because it
just
is
yank him a
two different footsteps.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh. Little boy dragging big boy around.
Little boy dragging big boy around.
Uh-huh. So you start backing away.
Backing away.
Backing
away.
At half speed still?
It depends on the pace. Can you give me a
Dashing
pace?
backwards.
Can you give me a pace on the steps?
It doesn't sound like it's running. It sounds like it's...
That's too fast.
That's
I'm gonna
real
go.
fast.
That's
I'm gonna,
not running.
That's fast. Depending on how big it is, that's fast.
Sure.
It's fast.
It's fast. Yeah, I'm gonna proceed at normal speed.
Rattle of chains. Do you speak Elvish?
Yes.
Do you speak? You do also speak Primordial.
Yes.
Great. This is,
Ebenezer Scrooge!
I'm in the right spot.
you really are.
Chain,
You would
chain.
hear at first a like in the same way it's fucked, but like for individuals that have had like a tracheotomy where you hear that like whisper breath. I'm very sorry to have destroyed you. You would hear the whistle of a voice in Elven say, "Hurry," and then you would hear in Primordial just a grunt of just destroy, and then crash, and the rattling of chains.
Run faster.
I'm gonna go normal speed now.
Fantastic.
Should I
Are
make
you
a stealth check
while
or no?
still backing up, or are you turning to move away?
I'm not turning my back.
Okay, so yeah, as you, with your 300 feet of vision, I would say that you, once you're about like the midpoint, because you'd still be able to see this spot for where this T is,
Yeah.
you see it rounds the corner
Okay.
into your direction. You would see an elven man dressed in what would look to you like scholarly robes that are mostly like ripped, and he would have extending portions of rot vines creeping out from through his robes over like his face, like weaving into like the eye socket at the salivary
Donnie's
gland.
got chains. Donnie's got chains.
Yeah.
Scholarly man with chains.
And the scholarly man with chains, absolutely.
What's he dragging, Don?
Behind his shoulder. It looks like it's loose, and it looks more like it's just It's not looking like he's dragging it. It looks
Okay.
like
He's
it's a
herding.
thing that's obedient, that he's herding in your direction.
Oh, they're reins!
Because this is the university hall, and there were absolutely things that were studied here that were dead.
Oh.
And turning behind him around the corner, you would see the huge creature of what would have formerly once been a giant, but skeletal, and now coated with ice and a cavernous, what would look like a lurking, creeping in the same way for where we've destroyed the seed inside of the smaller people. You would see a proportionate size seed that looks like it
Big seed.
pulsates as there are vines wrapped around the interior, woven through the rib cage, up through the vascular portions of the throat into the lower stretches of the ripped asunder skull of this frost giant skeleton that was here for the anatomy class.
They got Shaq to come to AU?
And he is dragging an enormous axe at his side.
Of course he is.
He's-
Because, all right, sure.
he's
He's
got
got an
to.
axe. Yeah, where'd he get that?
Studious people.
He's paladin, Paul. It's paladin.
Yeah, paladin weapon. Got it. Yeah, battle axe. Yeah, sure.
The other side,
Not limited to masons and blunt weapons. Nope.
he's got a pen in the handle.
That's the real weapon.
I'd like to make a quick assessment.
Yeah.
Because you said huge. How big is that? How big?
15 to 16 feet in height.
In height?
Yeah.
Is he too big to fit up the stairs?
No.
Fuck.
Thanks, Paul.
Lead him to us, Paul. Go ahead.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna lead him to all of
Seduce
you.
him. Now's your chance. Win him over
Win him over.
with your fishy.
I'm
guiles.
not thinking right now. What would Thoriel do? No, that's not on my list.
You're
I'm
saying
still
yes,
backing up,
guys.
John.
You got a spell slot for this exact reason.
Yeah, as I'm backing
Get your
up.
XP and level
No,
up,
as
my
I'm backing up,
friend.
I'm gonna create a first level spell slot. Woo! 10.
All right.
Help.
Still good.
So I have a
Wait,
1/3.
Don't you roll a d10 for burnout, not a d12?
No, it's D12 because of.
Yeah,
New.
the mode
Gotcha.
is elevated. We're down 1, but up 1 in the area.
Gotcha.
Okay.
The
all
old
right.
uppy downies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna start going up
Oh
the
yeah.
stairs.
It looks like they are walking in your direction. You start backing up the stairs.
Nope, I'm gonna turn now and and not run up the stairs because everything's ice. I'm
Yeah.
gonna take my time and make sure I don't slip.
Yep,
But not
absolutely.
half speed.
Nope, it's fine. Make a stealth check.
Stealth check.
Yeah.
Oh, they have bad eyes.
Yeah. I mean, the skeleton creature definitively
What the fuck?
doesn't even really have eyes at all.
10 again.
Oh, great. That's remarkable. Truly remarkable.
I'm gonna fucking fireball the shit out of both of them.
I can't wait. I would say that as you're walking up the stairs carefully, now again, the palatial stairs would also be decorated with rugs adorning the stair lining itself, and that as you're stepping, it feels like with each step, there's like a reverberation ever so slightly through the ice, and that it's more akin to these things have a tremor sense along the ice for a distance.
Great.
So that crack and ripple. It's just
So they're turning and pointing to me.
uh-huh.
Could I'd like to pull out my dice set
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw them like to the.
Stairs.
I'm over here.
I'm gonna throw them to the. I think if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
to my right.
Okay.
So yeah, that way.
Okay.
And just like I don't know how many dice are in a dice set? 6? I don't know.
Yeah, roughly
All right,
6.
yeah, 6. Woo! Yeah.
Roll 66.
Yeah, I think that's reasonable enough for them to obviously make some sort of distraction checks. Oh dear.
Is this the thing? It's this one.
Well, I mean, oh dear.
Lay it on him, John.
Well, I mean, I have to pull up the Rot Master page for his perception. And then the Frost Giant skeleton page
Well, Felix, it was great playing with you.
for his as well.
He's
I would say that the
far away.
I would say that the Rot Master would hear. So again, that's the scholarly rope.
Yeah,
I would say that it would definitively hear the like sudden pitter patter of a series of dice hitting and then clanking several more times and then sliding. And you and Elvish would hear him mutter almost aggravated under his breath, rodents. And then continue honestly walking in the direction of the footsteps that are hitting the tremor sense.
How far away is he?
I would say that he's probably about 150 feet from you still. Like, it's not like they're running. They're not like... They're moving at a slower speed than what you're moving.
Can't grow fish wings or something and fly away?
Fish wings. He's a flying fish.
He got them sodden souls.
Come on,
slapping on
Paul.
the stones.
The water wings.
Level up, Paul.
Stop encouraging him. He's going to die.
Level up,
You're a
Paul.
bad influence.
He does it to me all the time.
It's a lot. It's a lot extra.
Think of the taxidermy.
Think of the trophies.
Cowabunga it is, Paul.
No,
Stop it.
I'm not gonna make wings.
One good fireball.
No, I'm getting low on. I'm actually getting low on side points, so I'm just gonna continue up the stairs.
Sure. Yeah. Make one more stealth check.
13. Well,
Yeah. I mean, again, it's the master's passive perception that matters. He would continue to just take a few steps, roughly going like 20 feet for every 30 that you're going.
Okay.
Huh. Drag at the chain, and then you would see the hulking giant move another 10 feet. in
Sorry, I
your
have to do
direction.
with the voice. I move 35 feet.
Oh, okay.
around.
So, yeah, even more. Yeah, I would say that you are like hitting the point where you are wrapping around the stairs, and they would barely even be halfway through that hallway into your direction.
Okay.
So they are like 150 feet away from you still, and you are clearly getting further away. Do one more stealth check,
I'm gonna roll different die.
probably for the best.
Give me this one. Wait, where is it? Oh, it's going. This one. Well, that's a lot
Betrayal.
better. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, I would say that
Finally.
like there's almost this recognition of how this is working for you in the fact that they still seem like they're sensing you for how you're moving. That Felix, with being light on his feet, with being so aquatically attuned and natured, that it's like as you elevate, you like slide over the ice, going on to the next step instead of stepping on. It's a like glide up and over each step as you ascend up the rest of the staircase. I would say that you would still hear the things moving into the direction of the staircase despite them not sensing you. They're just like, again, literally for us, for the Last of Us fans, clickers go to the last sound heard. They're still going to move towards the staircase regardless.
Right.
Yeah.
But I would say that you will be at the top of the staircase, and we'll pause you there.
Okay.
So we'll hop back to Sarah, Glenn, and Rearda, who are in the assistants' quarters.
All right, so I'm gonna summon my Sunblade, and we're gonna smite all of these fucks in the bed.
Are we? This is what we're doing.
Yeah, we said that we were gonna put them out of their misery, their suffering. That was the last thing we said before we cut.
That was what Rearda and you were volunteering.
Yes, because there was
And-
what, 3 of them?
Looking back at it, yes, it was 3 out of the 6 beds were
Yeah, we can
occupied.
all smite one of them.
Free XP.
You just came back.
I gotta kill Nesgrim
There's
soon.
no characters for you in here.
Yeah.
Can't be a skeleton.
Yeah,
He wants to be Rot Daddy, is what it is.
I am technically a mushroom.
Yeah, so
are.
there's the 3 of them. You said they're frozen to their beds.
Yep.
They are partially frozen, yes. Yeah, where it looks like they would be struggling if they attempted to move.
They had started moving when we opened the door, or they
No. They, like, as they're in the midst of this eternal slumber, just ever so once in a while, like, shake
Okay.
or move. Not
It's
like
not
it's
like-
in a response to your presence.
Okay.
They're not like,
the ones that feel like
let me out!
where he made fun of them until they got out of bed.
Oh yeah, I mean, they were angry.
I started to move, so I was like,
And then they broke all your potions. Are there any any cabinets or storage shelves or anything of that such in here?
In the assistant's quarters, for what the room you would be looking into. Yeah, it would look like each of them has a small footlocker at the base of their bed.
Or would have before I closed the door.
Yes, yeah. Technically, you did close the door, then be like, let's leave that alone.
You know we do have to go in there, right?
We don't. We don't have to go in there.
I mean, you just want to leave them like that?
Not really, but I also don't really want to die here. Not before at least we get Yaz to the tree and...
No, you won't die here. You won't let that happen.
Dog.
Pointing at John, I'm like, you will let that happen.
I will let that happen.
That's the funny thing.
Right? Rarda.
It means two things.
do it.
Right? Rarda would die for you, but John.
We'll kill you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rarda would just. You say hit, Rarda hit. If you say no, Rarda might still hit, but also might not. Kind of hungry.
You should probably not eat anything that we find in here.
But it's frozen. Like popsicles. Rarda loves popsicles.
Don't eat anything. Unless we give it to you and say, here, you can eat this.
Okay. I will follow that rule to a T.
he's gonna starve.
I haven't been given food in 8 days.
She said.
If something happens to Rhetoric, he'll never eat
Yeah.
again.
They
I
ate all the
I
oats.
said we.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We gonna do this, or you wanna try to be sneaky about it first, or
Definitely try to be sneaky about it if we're going to do this. Shouldn't we wait for the others? I mean,
it's a pretty fair fight, 3-on-3.
the last one,
They're in bed.
didn't it, like, cough on you or something?
Yeah,
Or
don't get coughed on.
sneeze all over you?
Yeah, just don't get sneezed on. See, I'm fine.
Does he look fine? So I think we,
I mean, he got the mushrooms and
We
like
got-
the
we got
fungal
them off. I
spores
think we
off.
had this
Yeah, I
conversation
don't know what
already.
his hit point value is.
I hardly lost any.
Yeah, I was gonna say because we had the temp coming in. So
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that's up
I
to
think I
him.
lost like 5 HP,
Yeah.
so.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, he would say I would otherwise look pretty
You were
damn fine.
deaf.
Maybe like a scratch.
does it look infected,
No,
John?
I'm kidding.
Oh, it just can't stop picking at it.
Stop.
Clicking cones.
There's no licking.
I'll cast Shillelagh on my
Yeah.
my horror staff.
Yeah. We're gonna bonk him. Bonk him real good. Real like bonking.
I'm gonna stow my my moon touch sword, and then I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the hilt for my sunblade. 'Cause I'm dying. I haven't killed anything with it yet.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't used it once because all the vampire people around us at all times. I'm
Yeah.
gonna kill them. Yeah, and I'll slowly creak the door open.
Yeah, they're just.
Going in quiet. Only get one.
I'm gonna get the one closest to the door.
Yeah,
I'll
so
get the one furthest in, I guess.
Tor is looking out for numero uno.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
These are
but
all
I mean,
Eldrin.
Rhetoric.
All of these people are Eldrin.
Yeah, I would say
Consider
so.
that.
Like it's
They're more plant than man.
it's
now.
6 men, so it would be 3 per side. We'll say a close one on the left side, a skip bed on the middle. You would take the back left, and Rearda would take the middle one on the right. Just so this way, strategically, we understand the layout of what we're walking into.
And that way, if something goes wrong, she can run out the door really quickly and go
Right.
get someone. Get
No.
an adult.
Yeah. He's bringing a giant up here.
Help! Help! We brought monsters! And then Felix run upstairs. Help! Help! I brought monsters! Like,
There was a troll in the dungeon.
Out the window! Run! There's a troll!
you guys are
was
like,
a
we're reading letters. We're learning.
It's just the
Help! I found it!
We're
I am
making a
looking
scrapbook.
I am looking for secret rooms behind bookcases, so we might have a place to hide.
You are.
We're just on our tummies, feet kicking.
Your Aether's gonna run.
As a treat.
Aether's gonna run in. Help! Help! I've got anthrax!
He's just putting mist in his.
The three of you guys need to make stealth checks. I'll give you guys the advantage since they are
They're
sneezing.
They're even.
You just have the hilt for the sunblade drawn, right?
Yes, I haven't fired it up yet.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I had to roll for rear. That's why I was shaking dice.
Call that a
Alright, very
sight
good.
saber.
Sarah?
17.
Okay, Glenn.
13.
Yep. PP's reduced because he's a snooze. So
It's cold.
it's also real cold. It's really chilly in here. Let's
Now
be
it's
real.
just average size.
Yeah, I would say that each of you stand within a few feet of your selected bed, and that each of you would see that as you are in the more proximate area, you would see that these, as fucked as it sounds, these look like three regular Eldred people wearing what, we would describe as like nursely uniforms, where it would just be like a pure white uniform with maybe like some blue frill to it.
Wait, these are not skeleton
I mean,
creatures?
no.
Are they infected?
They are afflicted with the rot, but they would look like they were recent victims of it.
Oh, so like they haven't
Fresh.
grown the seeds yet.
Correct. Fresh cases.
Oh, we're stopping it at the sword. Come on, we got this.
fresh cases where you would see like
You're stopping the rot
again
from
like
happening.
spots of necrosis on the skin. It would look
Unless she
similar
wants
to what Ritora once had in her palm. You would see small little almost like freckles that look like they're rippling out at various points on their skin. I mean, literally, this is what I'm giving you guys the option to do. Here's a city of disease, frozen people in a time stasis. What do you want to do? Cut them up.
So
Smite them.
Same decisions are this.
do they appear to be at a point with like from what we've seen from the affliction of the rot and people contracting it and going through the different stages? Do they look like they are at a point that it's like, all right, cool, you are very far gone now?
Compared to Felthul.
No, again, these look like they have like they are not in the midst of like mid necrosis. They are just frozen over for most of their bodies. Like
They're still freezing to the bed.
They're in stasis.
like incapacitated, unconscious creatures, mostly frozen over. So like
Free crit.
their face would be frozen over, so, like the area of their torso, like the things that would not be fully frozen over, like a part of their arm, but it would be the parts that are spotted with the rot that would look like it's not frozen over. So like spots on their arm, maybe like a spot on the side of the neck, a spot like on the shoulder blade.
No.
And I'm gonna give him a win! We told him we're gonna go in and murder the people.
I think we would have stopped before we took places when we realized they were still.
We walked to beds.
I was under the impression they were skeletons. Before we started this.
Yeah.
Take a swing.
Murdered her bird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
oh, it's okay. Yeah,
I
he
would
would.
stop him.
Whoa!
I would gesture to leave the room.
Like he doesn't actually release, but like he gestures to like throw his axe back out the doorway.
I'm gonna start walking out of the room. And
Yeah, I
beckon
mean,
him to follow.
he would just hold the axe confusedly above his head and just look at Forrest.
Shh. Leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
He looks over and goes, huh?
You know, he would start walking out towards you.
Close the door.
Why didn't we smush him?
Because they're not skeletons.
Going through one of the foot lockers? Yeah.
Here.
So,
Yes, you just locked me in here.
I thought you were following.
no, so like, the foot lockers and the beds are coated in ice. To get into the foot locker, it would be again trying to break through the ice or attempt to lift it to break it away from the ice that is attached to it, the floor contact point.
I think that. Yeah, no. Vorsta 100% would, yeah, I'm not going to sit here and whack at it and try to, like, break the ice because that would be too loud.
Mm-hmm.
And they're sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, he would just, like...
Sorry. Yeah, you can make a strength check to try to rip it off the floor.
I'll certainly be quieter.
So you put down your weapon.
Natural 20.
Yeah, I would say, like, they're not enormous. They'd be maybe, 2.5, 3 feet by like 2 feet high. Like, it's small. It looks like this is for shoes, gloves, scrubs, aprons, things like that. This doesn't look like, exclusively all of their belongings. And you would just crack. Yes.
Is there a do not resuscitate letter?
Yeah.
Okay.
And something. Damn. It's just on the wall. Fuck them. Yeah, I would say that you do it in a swift enough, smooth enough motion that, like, it obviously makes a sound as it separates from the ice contacting the floor. Each of them would stir slightly, but like, that's also like the little bit of air and voice that would be escaping out, like,
Just
the
sounds
sides.
like they're breathing.
Yeah, because, like, again, their face is covered over in ice. So, like, for them having holes in the ice for where spots of the rot would be, it would be like whistling out through various parts of the face, like a weird echo thinned
Is
out.
this a new thing or this was happening?
This is what was happening when you
Okay.
guys were viewing them previously. They're not like a train now chugging along. Yeah, you
I'll
take
take
the
my
foot
fancy
locker
new
out.
foot locker out
Yeah.
and then walk up to the now closed.
The door's open.
Mhm.
I thought you were behind us.
Walk through the door.
Now I will close the door.
Mhm.
No, I'm gonna set the thing down.
You got new shoes.
Hmm?
Shoebox.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what's in it. Could be a nurse's outfit.
I thought that's what you got at Foot Lockers. So you got shoes.
Yeah, I know, but it was also like that's their stuff. Could be a nurse's outfit for Nesgrim
Oh my god, open that shit right now.
or for Ether.
I gotta go back and get another box. He's gonna go over and try to open the door.
I'm standing in front of the door.
I gotta get box for Ether.
Let's see what's in this box first.
Okay. If it's a nurse's outfit, I gotta go get Ether a box.
I don't.
Think of the opportunities. Just think about it. Where do you start trying to break the ice to open the Foot Locker?
So I would then come back down the stairs a little bit to the supply room where I was breaking the ice before because I'd rather like make noise down there as opposed to like right outside the door.
Okay. There weren't stairs, it was hallways.
Oh, yeah, it was like a
adjoining
little
the
hallway,
rooms.
yeah.
You go into like an adjoining room.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wham.
Yeah, no, you start opening this box. You do have to make the attack roll against the ice.
Attack roll.
Yep. Yeah, this is just for determining how long it takes you to break into the ice.
13.
Yeah, I would say that maybe takes like 5 or 6 good whacks until you get enough of a concentrated epicenter that you're able to get to the small little flip open part of the footlocker and open it up as the pieces of ice around it shatter and cascade onto the ground. It's cold. I mean, as you open the box, you can see that it would just have a pair of like commoner shoes. It would have small little what would look like rags. You would see an apron.
Any identification or anything in there?
No.
I'm gonna cover my mouth while he's opening
Sure.
this. Just
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would smell like an old shoebox. A little leathery. Like, they look like they're a fine pair of, like, low-cut, flat leather shoes.
No name. No name on the box either.
Mm-mm.
if I can finish translating this, I think it might be able to help them. I'll pull out the
words, I think.
I was able to finish this one, and it seems to be a lot of the same ingredients that were used for the ritual that helped me.
If it's a similar ritual, do you think they're going to be strong enough to survive it? 'Cause you only just barely did. We almost barely did.
This seems a bit more precise than the ritual we did.
Perhaps I don't know alchemy. I don't know how they melt the stones.
I don't know either, but we might be able to reach out to the guild and see if they have any advice. They don't seem that sick.
For now.
Can I see that again? The completed one? Thank you.
I'm missing one word. I'm not sure what it is.
I'll take a look at it for you.
Excuse me.
Cat?
No.
There's a cat in the box!
It's alive!
Why is it alive? Rot cat! No! Rot dog.
Rot dog. Rot dog.
I mean, they're not that bad now.
They've been here for over 1,000 years.
Yeah, but they're frozen.
Yes. If we leave them that way, their condition might not change. It gives us time.
Yeah.
I don't know if we can fix this. They weren't able to, but they didn't have time like we do.
Yeah.
And from what Ether read I think Ether read it in the book, this took over the course of a couple years. For an Eldrin, it's a blink.
Not to sound cold, but we know people suffering at the rot. Like, know them.
Yeah.
And speak to them, and are actively watching them die.
Hello.
No, not you.
Sometimes it's almost like I can still hear it. And if we get any of these like items, I don't know if I'd be so quick to jump to go save a couple 100-year-old mummy. I'd rather save the people that.
I want to say Phil.
Yeah,
He made soup.
I also
you gotta
I
save
liked
the
it.
soup man.
want
Soup
to
guy.
save Phil.
We could save an actively dying city. This city's already dead.
They're not dead, though.
Yeah, but what about the little kids running around at the orphanage? They're still there. They're not skeletons yet.
They're not infected.
There are people in Oshuamp that are.
And we should help them too. I don't...
But resources are finite. Like, there's no way that this is going to be enough to cure everything for everybody all at once.
Do we know anyone from... I mean, Vorst probably does. As a party, do we know anyone else who's inflicted with the rot besides Felthul?
I mean, Arthur and Benjamin.
Arthur and Benjamin, that's right.
Catherine Artwood, as a vampire, perceivably had it while she was in life, as she explained.
Yourself, you had it.
Corin,
Yep.
Before he got revamped.
Mm-hmm.
Unvamped.
Unvamped.
But half of them are undead, so...
Yeah, in
Because they
terms
were
of
trying to-
living people, the information shared has been Arthur and Benjamin.
Arthur and Benjamin and Felthul.
Mm-hmm.
Would I have known of anybody in working at the... Well, no. I helped Luna hand out ailment.
Correct.
So yeah, I would have known a handful of people that were like, I have a problem and I need this.
Mm-hmm.
So, no.
Yeah.
I got regulars.
Yeah, it's not like an abundance of people, and the individuals that would have had it would have eventually stopped coming, even with the use of the ailment.
I'm not saying not to help those people.
But Oshuamp's still got a chance, is what I'm saying.
And so do these women in here.
Sure they do, but... What kind of future is it when you wake up and everything that you've known to just be destroyed and buried under ice? Even if we could save the entire palace from the rot, it's still buried. Probably still filled with monsters.
It might have been buried to protect it until someone came along who could fix it.
I think Rita did that one time.
Uh-huh. Shit in the yard. And I buried it. What did you say about fixins?
He's so hungry. No, I'm hungry.
I'd go for a sandwich with some fixins.
I wasn't even
Lettuce.
hungry before we started.
Tomato. Fresh pig. Mm. A nice big roll. Dip it in some soup. Soup man! I'm gonna go get soup man. Maybe he's got sandwiches.
Maybe.
Soup and sandwich. This is a great idea, Boris. We gotta open up a business.
You gotta write that down.
He's gonna start scurrying away.
Towards where...
Back to where
Yeah.
you guys came through. Yeah, absolutely. He runs back to the storage.
I thought, you
Towards
said,
Ether.
I thought you said 2 canned sandwiches, and I was like, what does that mean?
I got this bird.
Welcome to Rearda's Road Ham Roadhouse. Where you can have a soup or sandwich. Or both.
That's it. I got nothing else.
I mean, what else do you need?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Rita starts scurrying back through the storage facility,
Let's
back into the healer's ward.
go meet back up with them and see if they found anything.
Fantastic. Chell, you had rolled a 2 for looking
Sure did.
through the notes for the family Vornia. You also looked for Laverna.
Yes.
So, like,
I've never seen words before.
Just holding it upside down. I left my readers at
Just
home.
lifting up pillows, Laverna.
Hello!
like again, the 2 is not so much that like it's a fail. It's more like it takes the entirety of this window of time while this all is going on because we're segmented. So like DJ with rolling a 9, it's going to take the majority of the time for this sequence of events. Don with a 14 might get to look at something else depending on a subsequent roll.
Okay.
So with a 2, I would tell you that while you were in here, you would find some journals that would eventually discuss notes from him dictating that over the course of several decades, Laverna was performing experiments and almost like reconnaissance or scouting in the tunnels underneath the lands of Auglatha, believing that there were festering carbuncles lurking somewhere behind some walls. and that they were attempting to reach various points beneath Auglatha, and that the caverns extended even underneath the mountains themselves.
Carbuncles or like carbuncles?
Carbuncles,
Carbuncles.
So not the cat people.
not the cat people.
Good. No.
Nope.
They're not cat people. Carbuncles are the ones that have gems in their forehead.
Yeah, they're cat-like.
But they're not people. They're just cats.
But not those either. Like carbuncle, like a swelling, festering ulcer.
Oh.
Cyst.
A cyst. That eventually she found some concentrated in the areas underneath the heart of Auglatha itself, the royal courtyard. And that they were attempting to reach Celeborn. Celeborn.
And these carbuncles are like in the in the caverns.
In the caverns embedded in the walls, that she was following a system of roots, and that she would every so once in a while find roots that would lead back to a carbuncle that would have multiple roots extending out from it, and that she and her assistants attempted to destroy the carbuncles but were unsuccessful.
Or her sending away.
Correct. Yep. Blah 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 blah.
Fireball and no giants.
Ooh,
Major
this one's
letdown.
important. And eventually, that she professed a fear that there might be those who were subject to the disease, but were able to disguise it, as though the disease wanted hosts that were able to still integrate with the regular denizens of the world.
So like asymptomatic?
Yeah.
Read that for me one more time. She eventually...
Shared a fear that there could be those subject to it that could disguise the disease to further effort the spread, as though there was signs of advanced intelligence amidst the mutation of the disease itself.
Okay.
And that they were unable to destroy the carbuncles. Carbuncle. Bread uncle.
I just see Laverna down in her little holes going through the thing. Like, ew, let me get that.
Yeah. She's just doing pimple popper videos.
Oh, I brought my extraction tools today.
It's almost there. I got it.
DJ, you were looking for secret doors behind bookcases.
And titles that stood out as unique from the rest.
You got it. And you rolled a 9.
Correct.
You're looking for the Scooby-Doo thing where it's
Unique
color.
that stand out from the rest, where, so like, you would see a litany of books, so roughly like upwards of 25 to 30 books across the 2 bookcases. They would be all titles associated with herbology, herbalism, botany, the development of seedlings in a nursery. The one that I would say that would stand out to you the most... Oh, okay. That's a great question, and I feel like he would have this. What would they have titled this book? Because this wouldn't be something that would have been written by someone else. This would have been something... You would see something called Drake of House Auglatham, or House Alvratham, like Drake, D-R-A-K-E, of House Alvratham, A-U-V-R-A-T-H-E-M.
Cool. Looking at the books on the bookcase,
Do you speak Elven?
no.
We'll say the titles are in common.
Great, thank you. I
Because
have
the contents are in Elven.
a brief flash from I know that, and then I forget Elven again.
Yeah.
The
mushroom has spoken through
It's
me.
the second or third life kicking in. Like,
Yeah.
oh man, I'm seeing things from the past.
These are all. This room is free from ice, right?
Correct.
Not free from dust, though. I imagine there's probably a layer of dust.
Stop
Is
smoking
all
that
of the
shit.
dust still uniform across each shelf of the bookcase?
Yes.
It doesn't look like anything's
Correct.
been removed since.
Absolutely. All uniform dust. Nobody has been back in here since.
In that case, I would pocket or not. I would just grab the
book.
Drakes of Auglatha.
Yeah.
I'd grab that and then continue on with feeling around the outside to check for anything untoward
Yeah.
around the bookcase.
Yeah, I would say that as you're feeling around the bookcases and things like that, it seems like they are uniform, nicely crafted. Since I didn't give a description of them, they would be forged of silver bark. They would be beautifully hewn. So it's like a dark brown mahogany-style wood flaked with veins, so the grains within are silver. So it would look like silver veins running through.
I know silver bark to be very sturdy.
Correct.
I'm gonna shoulder nudge it and see if it wiggles or moves.
Yeah, I mean, I would ask you to make the attack roll against it.
Yeah, we know it's sturdy because Adelstan picked up a tree and beat
He
goblins. to death
He
with
beat
it.
a horde to death
with
one,
a whole
with
tree.
one tree.
Yeah.
That's
No, they were
21.
orcs.
21, yeah. I would say you shoulder check it. And, like, obviously, again, it is still wood, but it's like you hit it and you are wearing... Are you in chain or plate?
Plate.
Plate?
Pretty sure.
You're
I'll
mithril, right?
confirm. Yeah, I'm in mithril breastplate.
Okay.
No, mithril splint. I'm sorry.
Okay, so yeah, you would hit, and you've got heavy, dense mithril plates. You clang into it, and as you hit it, I mean you clang into it, that the silver that runs through it is quite literally like a silver metallic vein that gives life to the tree. And that as you hit it, like, you definitely leave an indentation horizontally for where an arc or a point would be on the breastplate, a portion of your shoulder for the pauldron. You leave that, and it dents into the wood, but not the silver.
Does it like shift it at all, or it
Or
remains?
so slightly, it like wobbles.
Okay. What I'm looking for is to get it just like a fraction of an inch.
Yeah,
away
to be
from
able to
where it
look
was,
behind it.
to see if it looks different.
Yeah.
Just to determine if it looks the same.
Yeah, uniform, no difference, nothing behind it.
He said, "Fuck books, I can't read them."
Fucking elfish readers.
And I would do that to both bookcases. And
Yeah,
that'd be it.
I would say you would eventually, after a couple of moments, discern the same information.
Cool.
Don, you rolled a 14. You were looking for the most used book, the one that had the most weathered page ends and things like that.
Yeah.
Was there anything else attached to that?
Yes, I was looking to, once I found that,
You wanted to
consequently,
flip through
flip
to
through
see
to
if
see
there
if there was
paint.
anything pressed in
Yes.
or written in. I would also, in the vein of looking for something like pressed in the book,
Yeah.
I would look for the one that looks untouched.
Sure.
In the sense that, like, maybe you hide it in the book you never read. Also.
Okay. Yep, and you rolled a 14.
Yes.
I would say that as you were flipping through, that eventually you would find.
Separate you two. Oh, why? Why? Don't do it again.
So you would find a book.
It's so jarring.
Is this the weathered one?
Yeah, this would be the most weathered one. Called The Gentleness of Death.
Oh.
Oh.
Read it immediately. Don't convert
I've
a
read
single-
this one.
The loving tender. It's a smut book about somebody fucking the Grim Reaper.
I've actually read
Wait a
this.
second. I haven't heard of that.
You can
it's
check
mentioned
out that video on
Thanos.
Chelsea. You can check out that video on Chelsea Reed.
Actually, though.
But that it looks as though he is the progenitor of the spell Gentle Repose. So it is him writing through a series of years and experimentations with the passing dead, how to perform that spell as a ritual to provide not only a peaceful passing, but a protection against the effectively the maledict bastardization of transference into undead. That was a large portion of what his life work was compromised around. And then I don't think that the spell has
I can check. I have it.
Do you? Yeah,
Yeah.
the material component for it. Unless I was right.
A pinch of salt, 1 copper piece placed on each of the
Eye.
corpse's eyes.
Yes, okay. So, yeah, I would say that you wouldn't find any plants or anything like that pressed into any pages of the book. But, like, it would look like this is a man that is meticulous and thoroughly researched, and that he expresses his own experiences of almost like doubt and reflection, but a recognition that the spell serves a purpose, as it is important that Eladrin rest.
Just because of their incredibly long lifespan.
Incredibly long life and incredible vast understanding of knowledge of the world. That's their wisdom, it's important, is not tarnished or bastardized. There's like a sense of specialized reverence towards them. Again, he's an Eldrin, so he's gonna be like, we have to rest in peace. We're the most important people.
Notes of Eladrin supremacy.
Pretty much.
The other thing I would look for, if you're permit with the 14.
Yeah, you have to roll again, but yeah.
I would look on the desk and in the drawers of the desk to see if there is anything of note. Any I know there's journals and stuff everywhere, but I'm picturing like a smaller leather-bound one that's kind of like wrapped or something for more personal notes and less like medical journal-y stuff. If that would be in here.
I would say that the journals that you would see Thariel working through would be the personalized journals.
Okay. Then I would look for any other letters that are in the desk. If there was one that he like saved that somebody had written to him that he kept.
Yeah, you can roll for that.
Give me
Sarah, I got it.
What's that?
I figured it out.
that. The missing word. Okay.
It's asses.
I think I have like a flint and like
Tinder?
yeah.
Yeah, for lighting a
Technically,
torch.
you did it. I think you just missed it.
Would I be able to try and light a fire? Not obviously like a big fire, but just like light a match.
Burn the library!
I mean, everybody would have torches typically in their inventory. You would be able to take out a torch to try to light a torch in here, yes, if you would like to. Yes, you light a torch. The flame does not go out in here.
Guys.
What did you roll for your second check?
14 again.
14 again? Yeah. I would say that you would find an opened letter addressed to Elasil Piriella, Hierophant of Herb. The envelope.
Okay.
No letter within.
No letter within.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any indicator of
Who it was sent by?
Yeah.
Wax seal on the back. Big old fiery hand in the wax seal.
Okay, but no letter.
No letter. The implication being he literally had to thank you very much for sending me these things. I respect that these are a great value. Please, if we fail, fucking murder us. And then left and just did not get the chance to send the letter.
To send the letter.
Correct.
Sure, but we don't know what would have been sent to him. Oh, I see.
Yeah, he literally says, thank you for the gems.
Gotcha. Okay, but he just did not send the letter back.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Or Firehand's like, wow, what a dick.
Yeah, I mean, as a genuine thing, he did literally go here's several thousand gold pieces worth of really valuable, hard-to-find gems.
And then ghosted.
Dude, what the fuck? Fuck
Auglatha. Damn, I wish I had tracking on that.
I got fucking gem fished. This is bullshit. So yes, you light a torch successfully. No issues.
It does not appear that this hallway is affected as much by the ice, or at least this office. In the hallway there is ice. Perhaps proximity to the tree, or there is some kind of warding on this room.
Did we see warding in the doorway?
Nope. No warding.
Well, closer to the doorway where the ice spikes are coming through.
So that's back through so you're in the study. That would be back into the office and into the hallway adjacent, leading into the healer's ward, is where you saw it part to be frozen in at the midpoint of that hallway towards the healer's ward. Okay. Is that where you would like to go?
Yes.
Yeah. You stand no issue still with the flame. Once you would enter, if you did, into the healer's ward, that is where the flame would then go out.
I would like, as she rounds the corner, to just be standing there.
Yeah.
Well, so before I even like enter in though, like you said that there was like a teeth
Yes,
like
there are
protrusions.
teeth. Yep.
If I held the fire near the teeth, would they start to melt?
You hold it aloft, I would say that the flame would start to dissipate.
Interesting. And there's no like visible runes or anything around the doorway, you said. Okay.
What's the floor? Stone?
It's marble.
Marble.
Floor and walls are all made of marble. Oh, in the office for
Yeah.
where you guys are. Sorry. The office itself, the floor is marble. The walls itself for his personal, like, intimate quarters that he likes in here, it is a darker, like, mahogany wood.
Everything else we've seen is stone walls.
Correct.
Found this book. I can only read the title. The rest of it's nonsense. If you wanna,
Thank you.
I would have gone back to that room anyway.
And then I'm gonna smack the wood paneling with my sword.
Which of the walls are you smacking?
The goal is to break the wood so I can look at the stone underneath.
wood.
That's the goal.
Oh,
That's what I'm
okay.
shooting for.
Okay. So, which of the walls would you strike? I would say that this would be the exterior wall in terms of what you would be able to have discerned probably from where you were in the healer's ward in relation to exterior windows.
Which wall has the most exposed surface area?
The wall with the door.
Then the wall opposite the door.
So over here?
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. You strike. Absolutely, you can make your attack roll. Just so this way, because what are you hitting it with? A sword?
If I'm just trying to break the wood, probably pommel of my sword.
Sure.
Just to crack it so that I
Yeah,
can
you're
pull
splintering and then pulling it.
Attack roll, you said, right?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Smack it sideways.
That's a 12.
Yeah, I mean, again, it'll take you like a moment or so, but you whack, 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 eventually get like a deep impression, like an indentation.
He's
You
whacking
start
at the
pulling back
library
pieces
again.
of the wood. You'd see that behind it, it is marble again. He just liked the area for his own quarters to be enriched with mahogany wood.
I'm looking for like runes or something underneath to justify why that's the goal. To justify why the room's not frozen.
I
compared to-
understand. There's not runes.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
No one else. I'll just continue hitting walls, and then you can just.
Perhaps it's not runes that keeps this place safe. Protect your sword. I mean,
what do you mean?
it seems strange that it would stop right at the doorway out into the medical wing. And yet there's no runes there either.
Yes, it does not seem to affect the hallway either, just the medical ward and further in.
Maybe there's something else going on besides runes.
Maybe it's not that this room is protected, but that the medical ward got ruined.
I mean, the only way to find out is by exploring more of the castle.
Has anyone seen Felix?
Hi.
Yeah, I'm going to pause you guys right there and say that you guys would be running back in the healer's ward towards the Hierophant's office. We're going to pick back up at Felix as you are at the height of the stairwell.
Have you started screeching yet?
No.
How about squealing?
Slide my way on over
Into the healer's ward.
into the
Belly
healer's
down.
ward. Nope, definitely not.
Like a
Just
wanna be pure. The Rot Masters follow that Felix trail.
Yeah. You slide your way into the healer's ward. As you do that, I would say that you would see the backs of Riordo, Retora, and Vorst heading into the Hierophant's office.
In Artura's mind.
Yeah.
There's a giant downstairs,
What?
chained by a man.
I found Felix.
Be quiet. It's following me.
As I'm
buddy.
smashing the office with the pommel of my sword.
Yeah.
You just hear a racket
Yeah.
coming from the other.
I'd immediately, I found Felix. Hey, buddy.
In your mind, be quiet. There's a giant following me.
What do you mean, a giant?
An undead giant. Why are you speaking out loud? Don't talk.
Shit.
Shut your mouth.
Sorry.
Shut the fuck up.
Who are you
I'll
saying
scream.
sorry to?
Be quiet.
Sorry.
You be quiet.
Your voice.
Yeah, you guys would hear voices out in the hallway.
You hear half a conversation.
Felto, hello! What's going on out there, Great
Pillow.
Scots?
Run in and just.
I'm gonna stay at the door and turn to where it would be coming up the steps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean,
If I hear all this commotion, I'm also gonna go poke my head out there. What's going on?
There's a giant that Felix led straight to us.
Way to go. Sneaky.
So just a heads up. So it's the stairs that
Very
Felix came out
poorly
of,
a lot.
right? And then it's big ward. Where is everybody in relation to one another?
We're all stuffed into that little tiny side outcropping. We're in a very small area. We can all get marked together. Can't keep this up all day. Let's take a look.
so this is the healer's ward. You guys are in this little office up here. That's the like 20-foot-ish wide hallway, or the 20-foot long hallway. Felix had run in through this way. There's a big hallway out here that's again like 120 feet wide. Staircase was like roughly over here. So it would be walking in this direction. The people that were just coming in from the assistant's offices over here would be like right out here, outside of the threshold of the hallway. All of your NPCs are huddled in here, so like Catherine, Felthul, and Yaz are huddled inside of the office, hiding behind the tree.
Did you happen to close the door on your way in?
No, I'm at the door.
Oh. How roughly big is this room?
The healer's ward itself?
Yeah.
120 by roughly 120. 30-foot high ceilings.
Felix, what's going on?
I'll just.
At that I cast. Before I cast it, let me
I'm
explain.
just saying you would hear that at the point of like it's echoing out in the hallway.
Before I cast this, though, let me explain my train of thought.
Yeah.
So, they can feel the vibration if somebody's making a noise, right? Because of the sound.
You don't know that. Felix knows that.
Okay,
That's a genuine thing.
That's
He's
fair.
the only one that knows that.
that's fair. Okay.
If you start to go to cast something in your mind, I would say, no, be quiet. Don't make any sound.
It's the floor boys.
This is bigger.
Why are they coming this way? What's going on?
They heard me. I just walked into the university hall, and then it's just a
Were you calling them over?
scholarly looking man with a giant chained.
And they saw you.
Did you figure out how that wall worked? The quarantine wall.
Well, of course.
Yeah, do you know how to turn it on and off?
No.
You turn it off, you lean them in there, and then close the door. And then they're locked in.
So
Or we could hide.
they saw you coming in here?
And then you could fire them.
I don't think they saw me, no.
Did they? Sorry, you're not saying this in my mind. I don't know.
They can only hear.
At him saying they can only hear, just
I think.
an idea. Now is when I would probably cast. So I was going to cast silence
Okay.
in the idea that you would hear or you would feel the vibrations because of the sound echoing, and it's the like waveforms of the noise. If I cast silence and there's no waveform, they therefore wouldn't hear the rippling. If that makes sense.
Wouldn't feel the rippling.
Or wouldn't feel the rippling, sorry.
I'm gonna pull up silence real quick.
Are you looking for components?
Silence to calm the ground?
Okay.
Just silence in the room and then
Or like a bubble of silence as a pillow?
I only asked because I had it pulled up. That's all.
Thank you, though.
well the nice thing is it's 120 feet, so it would be the entire ward.
That's how big it is? Silence?
Yeah,
No.
But then,
Or no, it reaches 120.
but
Yeah,
then
the range is
if it doesn't work,
It's only a 20-foot radius circle.
I lied.
I was gonna say, but if it doesn't work, just silence all of our spellcasters.
No, we can't cast spells.
Yeah, if you're going to, if I see you starting to cast silence, I would point,
On you?
because I'm in the doorway.
Okay.
That way it would block.
Yeah.
I am not going to tell you whether or not that would work before you cast the spell.
Okay.
Because I think that's... Thoriel wouldn't know, you know?
That's fair. Yeah.
That's up to you.
Yeah, I would gesture, seeing that you're starting to cast it.
Yeah, I would cast it on Felix.
You can't target me. You have to target a point, though,
Yeah.
right?
Wherever you're standing,
His
yeah.
belt.
Target his rock.
Target his shoes.
Got silent.
You hear that? Nothing at all.
As you just hear.
Through the silence.
Sneaker noise.
Yeah, I would cast it on Felix, and then I forget what mechanically I did, or if it's just like I'm in my Dojo Casa house that I was able to like skate across the ice.
I threw you.
Yeah, he threw you.
Nice.
Okay, just look at you and just see if I can slide to the. So if like they're coming in this way and Felix is here, if I could just like slide across to the other side.
So are you saying that you're in this doorway? Because this, this is the office.
No, I would be in the doorway of the entire ward. So where?
Oh, here.
Oh, back there.
Yes, I would be in the main room that we first walked out into and had the combat. I would be at the door that leads to the stairs, so I can see them coming up the stairs.
All right. So Felix is then over here.
Okay.
Yes.
You guys were over here.
Yes.
Felix communicates all that stuff to you telepathically.
Yes.
You would target Felix while he is over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's the office?
This is the Hierophant's
The room's
office.
flipped.
Oh, I thought it was on the other.
Yeah, the room's flipped technically.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Okay.
I'm looking at it. So, like, you guys, there's the assistants' rooms down here. Fucking so many maps. This was quarantine over here. So, like, again, if it's flipped for where we had it on that's just
Yeah.
me from drawing it from a spot. But the Hierophant's was in a back corner.
Okay.
The quarantine was in the opposite side. And the storage area and then the assistants' quarters were down here.
Got it.
And then this was the outside.
Once the silence goes down, I would.
Yeah, I would say since you're standing there, you definitively see this Rot Master, again, walk up to the height of the stairs and then pull the lumbering giant. He would hit about 20 or so feet into the hallway, and you would see that he pauses and just turns and looks down one direction of the hallway, turns and looks into the healer's ward, and then turns and looks down another area of the hallway. He then stops for a moment with the giant stationary behind him, roughly 5 feet for 10 feet from the length of chain, and then places his hand on the ground and just stays for a moment.
I will begin gesturing into the office.
If you look at me, I just.
So am I still in the doorway?
Yeah.
That's up to you. Are you staying in the doorway?
If I see him with his hand on the ground, I'm not moving.
Okay. Yeah. He stays with his hand on the ground
So
for
I
a
had
second.
to fling you out into the room.
Yes.
You're
Like if we were over
you're
there.
near the circle desk now. See, well, okay.
I would look over to Felix and try and like pantomime like.
Into your mind, what?
Can I respond back in my
Nope.
mind?
You can respond back in your mind, yes.
Right. Why isn't he listening? So I motion reaching into my bag and grabbing like a torch or something.
Oh my god!
How would you pantomime fire?
No, just
I already tried that. He still followed me. Called me rat. What? It can discern the difference between footsteps and not footsteps. Unfortunately, it's intelligent.
I will continue gesturing into the office. Just
How long does silence last?
Concentration up to 10 minutes.
Can't stay silent all day.
Dude, I mean, I'd wait here like a full minute.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, this thing is standing here with its palm pressed into the ice of the floor. So for the people that are outside in here, Nesgrim is gesturing you guys inside.
Where's the silence? Is that whole room?
Silence is literally
It's a
just an
20
area
foot-
around Felix over
Oh,
here.
it's
It's a
over
20-foot
Felix. I thought it
orb
was
around
Miles.
Felix, right?
So it would go 20
Centered on
feet.
Felix.
Yeah. So would that theoretically fill the whole doorway?
Mhm.
So theoretically we could speak and they wouldn't hear?
We don't.
We don't
As
know.
far as
We
I
don't know.
read,
I
at the
don't-
best I would understand it.
I don't-
That's why I'm saying you guys have to make choices. I'm not going to tell you what will or will not work.
If you open your mouth to say something, I'm gonna.
Slap.
I feel like I have Turn Undead and I just don't know where it's at.
You-
Like, I think as
It'll
a.
be under features.
It's part of my channel divinity, I believe.
I was like, Raiders just.
It's not that far of a distance for Turn Undead.
I feel like we would have gathered that we need to be quiet, given,
Yeah.
you know.
That's why he's just like, I've been told to be quiet multiple
It's 30
times. If you're
feet.
gonna...
Yeah.
And it's
I'm not gonna
not a
say
super high wisdom save.
any words.
Mm-hmm.
You let me know when we're on minute 2.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, I'm just trying to give space for people to facilitate what they are trying to do in here. Because, like, this thing is doing something. I need to know what people are literally doing within the next 1 minute of time, and then that is it. Because, like, casting one spell is 6 seconds. Pantomiming a few things is only a
Before
few
you
more
say it.
seconds.
While wearing it.
But yes, I need to know whether or not anyone is following
Repeat the
Nesgrim's
command
instructions. Like, I have a player that's trying to tell me he wants people to do things.
You have to activate it. You have to say it.
You're in the study. Like, you're...
No, when people were
I
yelling,
mean in response to his things. Whatever
Absolutely.
you're trying to do individually, you can do
You
individually.
don't hear me flying.
I'm saying I would say into his head in response to him doing that.
Sure.
Why would
We-
you want to get us stuck in a tiny little room where they
If
can
we
kill us
walk
all in
into this
one hit?
room together, we may get trapped in here. It is better for us to just hold and see if it moves.
There's. Can I respond into your mind?
To you, yes.
Yes, to me, yes.
There's no ice in this room. They may be relying on ice to find us.
Possibly, but if they move while it's close, it may reverberate through the ice anyway. I don't think you are wrong, but I don't want to get trapped in this room.
Fair.
But it is a good thought. I do not think you are incorrect.
Cool. I would say that after roughly a minute of this thing having its hand attached to the ground, it pries its hand back up from the ice and then continues to just lurch and pull it forward in your direction for the healer's ward.
He's pulling it towards us.
Oh, he's
Correct.
walking towards you, yeah.
Yeah. You guys passed.
okay.
I random rolled for the direction it goes. I
So-
have 4 directions.
So as it approaches, I will start to kick my foot. See
Okay.
if there's any change in its demeanor, if it looks any certain way.
Nope, not remotely.
Okay, I'm gonna start to close the doors that are enveloped in silence.
Sure. Yeah. You close the enormous healer's ward doors.
Is there a lock or anything on it that I can quickly like?
Yeah, I mean, there's like a big wooden bar.
Are you inside the healer's ward?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay up there and hoard all the XP that doesn't exist.
There was a part of me that thought that you were like, I'm gonna close the door and go down the hallway.
no.
You think he is a hero? I don't
We
think
can go out the window.
No, not
There's
a
two-
hero. He'd be like, well, fuck them. I'm gonna go rob this place.
Oh, want to be here with us?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna let you and fucking leave.
Figure it out, guys.
Oh, look, maybe in a different campaign on a different character, but not this one.
This one's neutral at least.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's the Rotmaster moves at like 20 feet. The giant moves at like 10, so like it walks its 20 and then pulls and then waits. In that time frame is when you close those doors, slam down that wooden latch. Yeah, what would you do after you do that? That would take you like 10 seconds.
Slide to the end of silence,
Mm-hmm.
which is about, I would say, maybe like, what, 10 feet back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So you're like here.
Just gonna kind of stare at the door.
No, yeah.
Let's all look at the door.
Yeah, I mean, I would say a few seconds would
We're all
pass.
gonna peer out of the doorway in like some Disney-esque thing where we're all stacked up along the side of the door.
I have the just recently burnt, what's it called? Torch, right?
Yeah.
And I have a book in my hand because I was going through the books out there.
Okay.
I'm just gonna write Mage Hand really big on the book and just. Oh my god.
I'll
I
use
would
Mystic
say-
Hand to grab the book? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say he would hear a intense banging on the door.
We hear it on the door?
Or sorry, you wouldn't hear it because silence would cast on the point, not on you.
Okay, so I'm going to turn away while I can't hear and I'm not looking at the door as
Yeah,
that's happening and
the
grab the
doors
book.
you would see would like thud,
As he's.
thud.
Do I see your Mage Hand?
No, it's invisible.
No? Okay. As it starts to raise out
It's
of my
gonna
hand,
tug.
I just. And I reach into my bag and I grab my
God.
Wings of Flying and I hold it up.
You're wearing it.
I'm not.
It's a cloak.
Then I take it off.
In your
and
mind, I
hold-
say, I'm not attuned.
It doesn't work like that.
It's fine.
Don't try to save the day.
What's that there? Yeah, I mean, whack, whack, whack.
It went down
It
the hallway.
looks like the door is
There's
smashing against the hinges.
All right, well, I'm going to skate out of the silence.
Sure.
Nesgrim's still in the office. Fucking, he'd still be.
Mm-hmm.
My goal is to get people in.
How?
I need to know where other people are as
Yeah.
well.
How far across is the room again?
4
Okay.
people were over here. It's 120 by
120 by
120.
120.
And I'm in the middle of the room from
120
So
by 120.
Thariel's here by the U-shaped desk.
Yep.
I believe it was Vorst, Ritora, and Rearda had been coming back. And then that one's eliminated because I thought that was Thariel, but she's here. And then you've got the rest of your party inside of the office itself.
I'm assuming Nesgrim's in the doorway.
So Nesgrim would be in the doorway,
Yep.
peeping
Dash?
out.
Yeah. So you're running from the door.
Yeah, I'm skating away from the door.
Oh, at the moment that he starts running away from the door, I'm gonna like look at Ritora and Rearda and signal for us to run back into the fucking closet that we just came out of. Skate back in there.
You guys are here. That's over here.
I thought it was like across and down just slightly, like next to where the door
'Cause I
was,
think
or
we
where
had
the where the desk was.
Yeah, when we had it
Like,
on
again, this is me drawing. it.
Yeah.
It's roughly 40 feet because it was bisecting the 120-foot length.
Yeah,
So, like, it would be from the doorway, this would be 40-foot length of wall, and then it would be probably 40 feet away
And
from
then
the
there was
doorway.
the quarantine door was directly
The
across from us.
quarantine door is the one that was directly across from the Hierophant's exit.
And remind me, was the force wall directly at that door,
It was
or
at
was
the
there
threshold.
space?
It was at the threshold of the doorway into the quarantine office.
Okay. Yeah. So seeing you run, I'm probably gonna move back towards the window.
Yeah, I mean,
So yes,
you're
then-
behind the desk. I would duck behind the desk.
The windows are back here.
Yeah.
Again, like, I respect that the map is not the way that it was drawn out there. That was me drawing it from one side of the table. This is still the map, whether or not it's flipped or not. So, like, this is still the entranceway. This is still the receptionist desk. That was the storage area that you guys had gone into. Quarantine room is roughly over here. So I have Thariel here. Who else is hiding behind the desk? Felix?
Yeah, I would duck behind the desk.
Okay. So the other 3 people that were at the opening for the Hierophant's area, where are you going in?
I'm gonna go and get on a bed near the window.
So bed by the window is Vorst.
Yeah, I'll hide behind that rubble with Vorst as well. And
So from the area for where the glass broke in,
was there
it's
a ledge
predominant-
outside the window, or was it just a straight?
it was
There's
a
like a
straight
window
drop.
sill,
Okay.
right?
There's a window sill, but like it's not a like easy like sit out parapet.
Covered in
like-
ice.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And again, it's glass that shattered. It's not like there's a shitload of
Okay.
rubble. That
Yeah.
was just Glenn.
I
putting
just-
the rubble
I would
there,
just
so this way
motion for
we
you to
knew
get
that
on-
something
on the
was
bed.
on the
Gotcha,
ground.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Then I will I'll duck into the hallway.
This one.
Yeah, where
Okay. And then
and probably pull Rearda
sure.
with me.
Okay. That's Thariel. That's Felix. bunch of people there, and then we've got Vorst back here.
I would have been in the hallway behind Nesgrim.
Okay. Yeah.
On the bed. Dog on the bed.
Yeah, I mean, you guys would watch as there's another 3 intense, heavy shakings and rattlings of the enormous doors into the healer's ward. If nobody does anything, it's going to attempt to bash him in again. Like, these are enormous doors. It takes roughly 12 to 15 hits before, you guys would see at the opening an enormous frost giant with a smaller Eladrin man holding chains as the doors crash open with it brandishing an enormous battle axe. Doesn't look like it then breaks it and goes like, haha, found you. It just looks like, I was told go this way. There's an obstacle.
How long roughly do you think it took him to break that down?
Like 30 seconds. He has 2 attacks in a round, and I made 8 attacks.
Okay. So silence would still be up, okay.
Correct. Yep. Again, like, it's also, the Rotmaster has intelligence. It's recognizing that this thing is not making fucking sound. Like, this is weird. So, like, this is where they are. I'm just going to say that, like, it's going to begin walking into the room. Not straight, it begins to hug a proximate wall.
Hearing them come into the room, there's no verbal components to channeling my divinity, right?
Correct. No components whatsoever.
Okay.
You just brandish your holy symbol, which is your sacrificial dagger.
Yeah. While I'm...
Be gone!
I'm trying to see if it's listed on here. Does it last for X amount of time? I don't... so it says something about turn undead, but then I don't have turn undead as like a description on here. Like it's like, you use this in place of turn undead. And
Hold on. Because I have it as well. So let me...
Channel Divinity and Sylvan is, hey, I'm walking in.
I'm walking in!
If it fails the saving throw, it is turned for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. A turn creature spends its turns trying to move as far away from you as it can, and it can't willingly move to a space within 30 feet of you.
That's only 1 minute. Then I think they're gonna know something's up.
I mean, again, you guys do what's in your heart. There's not things that we need to do. I am setting the scenario.
At the top of the stairs. Didn't you port at the top of the
And
stairs?
the one thing I will say is each undead that can see or hear you within 30 feet. So you just have to be within 30 feet of them.
And they're gonna see and hear you.
well, so that was the thing. So
See or hear.
You might not be able to do it.
yeah. Well, my... I don't necessarily know that, like, it's not one of those, like, if it fails, it knows there's something up. It could also just be a, like, vibe check where it walks in. It's like, oh, I don't like that. I'm going to turn around and go the other way.
I see what you're saying. Like, it might not tip them off that you tried.
Yeah, it might just be like, oh, don't like that and turn the other way. I will ready channel divinity if they start to get closer to us.
Yeah. So, like, as a sincere thing, they are beginning to just walk the edges of the room. They're inspecting the beds. It's a rot master. There were rot creatures in here. There are now not rot creatures in here. It's just going to do the rounds. Like, again, this is not me being like, they fucking found you. They're doing their literal rounds.
Okay, so he checks the first bed. What does he do?
I mean, yeah, it looks along this wall, and there was one here that is not here. Like, there was one that was sleeping here. It then begins to go at a more hurried pace around the edges of this
Maybe
wall.
he had to pee. Come on, man. He can't stay in bed all day.
As I see them coming along my wall, I'll dip back
Yeah, absolutely.
into the hallway so they can't see me.
Mm-hmm. As another fair point, because, like, this is theater of the mind. The hallway to the Hierophant's office was only roughly 10 wide and about 10 high. I have dictated that the enormous giant thing is about 15 feet high.
Yeah.
So, like, they're walking together on this hallway.
So at the midpoint.
Yeah, we're gonna Wonder Twins and.
It's a fusion.
Yeah, we definitely stomp as we do the dance.
Yeah, we Irish jig our way out of there.
Okay.
And if you'll permit me to thaumaturgy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow your lead.
Yeah. Thaumaturgy, just like stomp the yard out my way.
Okay. Are you attempting to draw their attention?
I'm trying to do it very subtly. I don't want them to know I'm there. Yes. Sorry. Yes.
But
That was
thaumaturgy-
so confusing.
Yes.
Thaumaturgy
that was-
amplifies.
No, that was
So
joking.
many
It was
contradictions.
Yeah,
It was sarcasm. Yes, I'm trying to
Okay.
draw their
Hey, you
attention out of the
guys.
room. Yeah.
So, in what direction are you two moving?
Out the
This
door,
is a
right?
big which
Yeah.
door?
The big one that they just came
There,
through.
you guys are trying to go around this way towards that door.
Yeah.
Okay. What are
can
your
try.
movement speeds?
35 and 30 probably.
Yeah, if we're dashing.
Oh, if I'm dashing, I'm 70.
And you're 60.
Yeah, I'm not planning on. Well, I mean, thaumaturgy aside. Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, we'll move at regular speed.
Yeah.
I'm
we
trying
can-
to be brave while also being really scared.
Okay. So I would say that Felix would get 2 right outside it as you're rushing, and that you, with having to go ever so slightly around the enormous desk, would get right outside of it, so maybe 5 foot still within the healer's ward. So I mean, yeah, you guys are both dashing. You make stealth checks. Usually it's only travel speed that invokes disadvantage, but
What if I'm not trying to be stealthy about it?
then you would just be running and you would make the stealth check with disadvantage.
I'm doing it to get their attention out of the room.
Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna stealth.
So then if you guys don't intend to stealth, it's a definitive, like, you guys are stomping the yard as you rush. So, like, they're here, you guys are running, you are going to get to your spot, you're going to get to your spot, and then I'm going to roll initiative with you guys and ask everyone else to roll separately.
Like at a different time, or
Bruh.
Roll, but it's going to be in different columns.
Where's my?
Oh, God.
Yeah, right there, DJ.
That's good.
No, he's not.
Well, that's not great.
Don't you mess with his ex now. Yes, we got fans. But the body's a man.
All right, Paul,
17.
heads up me.
Okay.
'Cause it really is going to matter.
Uh-oh.
That's 21.
Sick, I'm in that one.
Oh, ooh.
Spider-Man.
Chell, what'd you roll?
9.
I'm Spider-Man.
Chell, heads up me.
Oh my god.
Really?
Yes. I'm a 3.
9. I always thought that was a 3.
Okay.
It's a 9.
All right. So it's, yep.
There's a lot of things I should have.
What's your long finger? Fucking
Just
terrifying.
hanging upside down. Hello.
It would be a terrifying spell for
Don?
you to have.
22.
DJ.
1.
Sick.
Nice.
Glenn?
13.
There.
8.
Sick. All right. Well, at least no more subsequent rerolls. Yeah. So, I mean, there's not a surprise round.
Because they're not.
That's not good.
Because, like, there's not a surprise round.
Because of course there was something here.
I will ask.
No, please. DJ, take it off.
You're running out. You're running out. I will give you guys both of those things as you're within this first round of this combat, as the decisions you've made, despite the Rodborn Master rolling higher than you. Is there anything else with bonus actions that either of you would do with on this initial turn?
Let me take a look here real quick.
And also, I'm just going to draw it because it's easiest.
Yep.
me for erasing this. I was like, they're gonna leave the healers ward. We're gonna run
Don
back
was
to
like,
the
"Are you
healers
sure?"
ward."
It got scary.
This is
That's
a permanent
not
marker.
Oh.
Right here.
Thank you.
I think use the brown one because I think the black one's running out.
Just to clarify, this is also the same direction that our primordial friends went off to, right? Or not primordial, but the.
I thought they
The
were
ice
just in the
elemental?
Yeah.
floor.
They did,
went
but
in the floor, but they went
went
out
out.
this way.
Oh, they left. Okay.
Yeah. And this is where we're going, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
How do you sign language the floor?
Help, help.
Get it?
Yeah, again, it's fine. We're not gonna end up using that. Like,
It's just for layout.
yes. Where the U shape was for the desk. Felix is gonna be about here, and Thariel's 5'10" behind.
Hey, I'm trying to die. Don't turn on
And
me.
the door for us is over
You
here.
guys are over yonder. That's where, like, again, I
Yeah.
respect that this is flipped.
Yeah.
The map is not this way in my notes. I just drew it that way because it was the easiest for me for where I was reaching. Like, this is the storage, this is quarantine. That's
Gotcha.
the high defense area. There's windows back here. That's where Vorst is snoozing.
Get a bed.
Good night.
It's the first time I got to lay in a bed in I can't even tell you how long.
Right?
I'll utilize my bonus action to switch to Mastery of Force.
Sick.
Forestry of mass.
Advantage on strength checks, just in case.
Mastery of force.
Don't call me Felix Swole for nothing.
And I'm the forestry of mass.
Big boy.
Yeah, that guy.
He's big
I like that guy.
Love that guy.
He's a
Oh,
friend.
there he is,
I do
the
love
boy.
Yeah, he's
Can you just grab me like an undead looking thing?
You got it.
Thank you.
Small thing. Yep.
I painted that.
You did a great job, babe.
Yeah, again, like he's a
What was I
fucking-
supposed to do?
He's a huge
Fight
man.
He's terrifying.
Can't you fly?
Yes.
Why did you fly?
I'm so scared.
I was gonna give you my wings. You're like, I can't use these.
I can't.
Yeah, you can't.
I thought
own
my
wings.
plan was my backup plan was to fireball it. I thought I didn't know it couldn't see until I'd already prepped a bunch of spells.
Yep.
I chose violence.
So you,
They're all in
fucked
there.
your stuff.
Yes.
Chell, was there anything you were doing on your bonus action? during
Putting
this
on
turn?
my wings of flying.
Okay.
Putting them back on.
You said
Yeah.
he walks 20 to 30 feet before pulling the chain, right?
Correct.
So he presumably is 20 to 30 feet away from it.
Ooh, he's 20 away from it at all times. Thank you.
Good call.
Yeah, I mean, it. They both clearly fucking tremor sense like what has happened here this day, this grievous crime.
This hour.
Yeah, and
In
it's
this
a,
year
like,
of our Lord.
oh, like
grievous crime.
there's fuckers running around in my goddamn healer's ward.
And a fucker.
Like, no, he said the dice you threw sounded like rats, so he was going to.
Yeah, he
Oh, I
didn't
thought it was
call
like
you
rats
a
in my
rat.
palace. That's like a saying.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
rats here.
Yeah.
No, he didn't call you, a rat.
vermin.
Yeah.
He was really saying, "Oh, that's a rat. I'm gonna go after that thing."
Yeah, my little skeleton man is gonna move 20 feet towards them.
No, little skeleton man.
Yep.
With that big skeleton
Little
man.
skeleton.
Yep. And then Big
We just say
Giant
hi.
is going to use his turn afterwards and move 10 feet in their direction. They're not fast.
You got him.
Yeah, but he's a wizard.
I mean,
He's a wizard.
He's
Yeah.
a wizard.
You're a wizard.
You did all this. I'm not going to be able to.
I can take. I'll look. I got.
well, you guys are both within 30 feet of the Rot Master, so both of you guys need to make dex saves because it's going to spore expel. Try to cover you guys with spores. It's going to spit on you.
Why?
Because that's how they work.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, like they are, it's absolutely, it has sensed that like you have moved into this direction. It is just targeting the last area in which it's sensed sound coming from the ground for the tremor sense.
Said Dex.
Dex.
19.
Okay. Paul.
18.
Hell yeah.
Good
Neither
job,
of you guys are going to be
guys.
covered.
Eat shit, buddy.
He said assimilate. Paul said, no, no, thank you.
Both you guys take 4 poison damage.
Ow.
That is halved already. But neither of you guys are poisoned. So, like, it launches out fungal spores from its concentrated center. So, like, it's got in the same way for its robes, like, it would be pulling the chain and then pull its side robes apart to expose its desecrated belly. And, yeah, vomit fungal spores in your direction. You guys both thankfully dodged the most of it. That's both of their turns. We go back then to the top of the official order and Don. You would see that in the distance because you had said you were peeking around the corridor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on out there?
Welcome.
Like, respecting that they're trying to lead it away clearly by the big stomping sounds, I would just take, like, a circle path and get in the direction of the desk so that way I'm towards them.
How far would you go? I don't know what your movement speed is.
The box of characters. They're stuffed into a room. It's appropriate.
Are you attempting to be discreet?
I would be discreet, yes.
Make a stealth check, please. Again, you guys aren't in the area on silence, and they are on the opposite side of the sphere.
23.
Yeah.
Your feet don't even touch the ground.
We go back to the top of the Paul.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go out the room. Yeah, do you have the? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
You guys were coming out here. Big hallway, stairs down. Hallway. Or sorry, this looks like it goes into probably a room, not a hallway.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I would hook a left.
Yonder?
Yeah. And
Are you going your full? I can't wait to Scooby-Doo chase you guys through the entire balance. Just
Peeking out the doors.
yeah, I mean, I would.
I'm pulling the guy on the chain. I'm like, wait a minute.
You pull off your veil, your red herring.
Yeah, after being spat on, I dash.
Yeah, absolutely. You go another 70.
Felix creeps through a door, feels a hand on his shoulder, freaks out, and it's just Ariel.
But under the red herring mask, it's the Rot Master again.
It's the giant.
Yeah, they do that a lot in Scooby-Doo.
None of us make any sense in here.
I gotta watch more Scooby-Doo.
Right? Okay. That's Paul. So next I've got Rotmaster back up again.
Wait, what? Oh shit!
Yeah.
Man, Rotmaster.
Yeah. Fucking.
Would have gotten away with it.
I'm gonna go 20 feet towards Chell.
Stop it.
15, 20. I'm within 5 of your X's on
he's
the
not.
box.
No, he's
Yeah, I
He's
am.
not. He can't see. He doesn't even know if he's near me.
I mean,
We are in silence. Well, she's in silence.
yeah, again. Like, it's not that these things are blind. They have very limited sight.
You got the long fingers, get his eyes.
He
can't, it won't work. His fingers are longer.
Did the giant look like the giant had eyes or no?
It's the giant that doesn't have eyes. When I described the Rotborn man, he had one tendril of the rot going into like the salivary gland on the bottom of one eye.
Nice.
Other eye is still functioning. He just has bad passive perception for when it comes to sight checks.
He's got cataracts.
Yeah, he's fucking blind in one eye. So, I mean, like, he's gonna try to fucking slap the shit out of you. He rolls with disadvantage because he's fucking got one eye. Yeah, I mean, he's only a 9 to hit.
9 to hit.
No, there's no way he's hitting you. Yeah, absolutely. Like,
Shit
it
out of here.
claws in your
Bat away.
direction. Do you bat away?
No.
I don't know.
Don't touch him.
He just goes to.
You should definitely hit the guy called the Rot Master.
Yeah, you just dip him, so he's
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit, I can't see you."
Yeah, I
grab
mean,
the-
Give him vertigo.
He is on ice.
Yeah, just start wiggling around. He's gonna be like, "Whoa!"
Dodge like
and
Muhammad.
he misses with his claw attack at you, and then with other hand
I gotta lay down.
fiercely pulls at Shane.
Here, hold my giant.
Next up is Glenn.
Cool.
Coming out of the room of fun.
It's
Oh
not-
no, I'm in the
Oh, you're
bed.
in the bed.
No clue what to do in a
Yeah, again,
situation
like this is not like just a fight. Like this is oh shit, what are we doing?
So
very unprepared for this situation.
the wall to ceiling ratio in here. What did you say?
30-foot high ceilings.
30-foot high ceilings. And do the walls appear to have any sort of relief sculpture and or adornments that have protrusions to them?
I would say it would have had reliefs and protrusions carved out at random intervals throughout. All of them would still be covered in ice. They, at maximum for protrusions, would come out maybe 6 to 8 inches. You know, it might have wobbled because I put my leg up.
Is it unstable?
Yeah. If I go like that, it do wobble.
Oh dear.
It's fine. It's not gonna tip over anyway.
Yeah. Is that post losing the floor?
Yeah.
Okay.
There might be a little piece on it.
I think I'm gonna follow Aethier's idea here and start taking a wide berth around.
Are you dashing?
Yes.
Okay.
Stealthily.
You're gonna make a stealth check. Not at disadvantage, but you will make one. He with going like carefully.
Mm-hmm. $13 again. I'm rolling straight 13s tonight. Scaring.
It doesn't seem like it's
Don't like it.
really drawn to your presence.
Fine.
Next up we go to Cho.
You said we can see the visible seed in his
Take
chest.
dodge as an action.
For the scholar, yes.
Yeah. I'm going to cast Crimson Claw
All right.
in an attempt to jab my long spindly hands into his chest and rip the seed out of it.
You're gonna
Still
rip the
beating hard.
seed out?
Right out of his chest, yeah.
Okay.
God damn.
Yeah. Make
Well,
your
that
attack
makes
roll.
sense because of the,
Yeah. He just said no.
Sorry.
It's okay. How dare you interrupt and Don?
He's words mathing.
That's an 18.
18 hits.
Damn it. That sucks. That's 8.
Is that all the damage that it does? Or is that a first level spell?
Second level, it's 2d10 plus 4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I rolled really shit.
Okay. What's the damage type? I think it's necrotic. I don't remember. Or is it piercing?
I think it's piercing. Yeah, piercing.
Okay.
Slashing. Slashing, sorry.
Slashing. Okay. Cool.
I must make a con save.
Make a con save.
Not that I think it really matters. It would make it blinded.
It honestly might. But I'm a 16.
Yes.
16 passes.
Yeah, it passes.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you turn around as this thing had clawed at you recently and you dodged its attack without much effort at all, and you turn and you envelop your hand, the long extending fingertips, and just reach into this creature and tug out a mass of, like, sinewy vines, like a mess of plant and herbaceous life, almost like you're ripping out grave dirt from this thing's core, and it just...
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And dirt strikes all over the icy floor right here by you.
Would it expend an action to say the word to turn my wings on?
I don't think so. You can look at the item. Does it say?
It says I have to say a word for it to become wings, I guess.
It's just an item interaction.
Yeah, if it doesn't say you have to use as an action, say the command word, and then you get the wings. No,
Okay.
then it would just be free.
Then I will, for item interaction, turn my wings on. And go flying down the same hallway Felix did. I'll take the
Yeah, attack of
opportunity.
opportunity.
Yeah.
Me attack with disadvantage, but me don't fucking care right now. That's a 20 and a 19.
Ouchies.
So we take the 19.
Yeah, get crit.
Oh
That's
shit,
fair.
get crit.
You could have just done it back. Yeah, just
Chell, it's 5 slashing and 7 poison damage.
Oh, jeez.
I also need for you to make a con save.
Oh.
DC's 14.
14.
Right, you pass. You are not poisoned, which is great news. So then you fly 30 feet out into the hallway.
I think my flying speed is actually 60, but I could be wrong. Let me double check. It's 60.
60. Okay.
Yeah.
Eat shit.
You're 50 feet out.
So the only 2 letters that
Okay. Next it goes to my frost giant. So you guys are off the map. I've been pulled. I'm going to go 20 feet towards my master because my master has really intensely pulled me. So right up on his ass.
Sir?
That's my turn. Go to the top of the order again, Don.
Whoa, 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 whoa!
He's cheating!
You're supposed to slide him. You're not supposed to be stepping.
He's jumping.
He's over
each
here like-
time. Bunny hop.
Stealthy.
Yeah.
Make a stealth check.
Not dashing though.
Yep.
12.
All right. Anything else on your turn? Oh.
I can tell you from experience that doesn't pass.
Yeah, no, I don't think it did.
PP 12.
It is what it is.
Right?
It's fine. They're right now in a vacuum of soundless void. I cannot wait for my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. It's all good.
I can't help.
They just, sit back and enjoy the show. Get some popcorn.
Sure would hate to be them.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Sucks to be them. Good thing the giant can't fit in this room. Just
Don, are you doing anything else?
It's not your last turn yet, right?
I would like to hold my action to cast Sacred Flame on the seed if it turns towards me.
The seed of the Rotborn Master or
Yes.
of the Frost Giant?
Mini seed.
He's got one too, the big guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dear.
The seed's bigger.
How
It's got so much more seed.
Shared the load.
do either of them are either of them more or less necrotic than the other?
Sorry, what?
Are either of them like
Oh,
Like
I mean, the Frost Giant skeleton is clearly a
That's a
full
skeleton.
animated skeleton. He looks like a man that definitively had the rot in a pretty rough state.
okay, like akin to
Not quite as bad as Felthul,
no okay.
but comparable.
I would hold Sacred Flame if he turns in my direction. I'm hitting him with the holy seed.
All right.
The Lord's seed.
Give him the seed!
Well, next we go to Paul. Paul, you're 70 feet out in the hallway.
Yep. I can't. Yeah, I mean, I can't see him.
Mm-hmm.
They might be.
I'm gonna.
You can't see him?
I don't think so.
No, I'm
but
assuming I can. I see them? I mean, I went left, so
No.
okay. I'm
I'm gonna
You're
hold.
70 feet full out into the hallway, so like that angle, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait until he crests the door,
Okay.
until I see one of them walks through the door, and still within the silence bubble, and I'm gonna hold fireball to the point within the silence sphere,
Okay.
probably on his head.
Okay. Just as an FYI, if you hold a spell, you are already casting the spell, so the spell gets consumed even if the triggering event does not happen.
Really?
Correct.
Yep.
Just so this way, for full clarification, if that changes your mind on what you want to do.
Well,
It was like, Felix has no idea what's going on still inside the room now. You've been 70 feet out of the room for the entirety of the other people's turns.
okay. I mean, I could move 35 feet in a diagonal to attempt to see in the room.
Yeah, so instead of being like so close to the midpoint, you could go here and get a better vantage point, and I would say probably see them at a distance, yeah.
Okay, but how far away with it? That's like, what, 100 feet?
So if you go 35 here...
That's not too
No,
far.
because you'd be closer than 70.
Okay.
No, he'd be moving further away. He was 70 at the midpoint, they're here.
Oh,
If he goes 35 that way to get the vantage point, we're at the hypotenuse of the triangle now.
Gotcha. I thought he was going 35, like, back towards and at an angle.
Oh, is that what you mean? Do you mean to go 35 that way or 35 this way?
Yeah, I would go back at an angle.
So this way?
Yeah.
Okay, so then,
Towards that
then you'd be... What's the casting range on Fireball?
150 feet.
Then yeah, then you'd be able to see them.
Okay.
Do you intend to just heads up cast it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fireball.
Same.
While they're in the nice silence.
Okay.
No idea what the fuck's going on.
Did you put your name in there? Come on the fire.
4, 8,
Fireboard them.
Fireboard those mother jammers.
is it?
Tracks them.
And I'll
I
use
would
my
definitely
4th level spell slot.
Rotborn Master
scary
is
old
a
man.
15. Frosty Boy is a 7.
Frosty Boy, 15 meets.
100% league well.
So who meets?
The Rotborn Master.
Son of a bitch.
Roll high.
I tried.
Saying it after the fact.
29 fire damage?
29?
Yeah.
Combat music.
I like it.
Unless Felix is just like. I like to think everything's in slow motion.
Yeah.
It's actually
And
really
silent.
It's cold.
I like the vibe.
It's like when they play like happy music over a really like emotional scene. It feels like that.
Okay.
I mean, I just got fireballed.
Yeah, well, you spat on me.
You walked into my university hall without a ticket.
Well, it's gonna be mine now.
We'll see.
I think so, yeah.
I am not vulnerable to fire.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so I mean you
Yep.
explode that point and ignite that radius sphere. The Rotborn Master definitely looks like it feels the immolation despite not hearing the sound point.
Mm-hmm.
He feels the immolation and ducks under. Big old skeleton just gets washed over by a big fucking wave of fire and definitely looks like it's singed. Doesn't like that just happened, but
Good.
It's not happy about it.
It's not happy about it.
yeah. Anything else on your turn, Paul?
No.
That's great. Yeah. Here's good old Rotborn Master. Also, Chell, did you make a concentration check when I dealt damage to you?
She did.
She did.
I
Okay.
had the 14.
Well, I'm gonna keep going 10 foot out into the healer's ward hallway with my good old master.
Can we move yet? Like, I know I'm pretty far down. I'm as far down
Oh,
as
you were
can be.
doing the thing. I had skipped you because you were doing the thing.
Oh, that's okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go next time I come around
Yep.
then.
He's still in the silence, correct?
Correct.
Okay, great.
We'll turn this in for when we are done.
Oh, thank you.
Please grade our project.
Great. That was Paul. That was Rottmore Master. Next up is Glenn.
Can you tell me what this chain looks like?
That he's pulling him by? Yeah, I mean, it looks like a simple chain link.
Okay.
So it would look like it would be made out of wrought iron.
Wrought iron, okay. And when he pulls it, how much force does it look like is being exerted on the chain? I understand that it's hard to gauge that, but my thinking here is that if it's a heavy, thick chain and I see it raise a lot, I know he's pulling it hard as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's a thinner chain and it's raising very highly, I can see that it's like he's probably not pulling as hard.
He's not really pulling it, it's just cum.
Really?
He's the Rottborn Master, okay?
And he's the skeleton dom. I got it.
Like, can we please
Let them
raid the
come.
room?
He's not a boner.
He was trying to fuck his professor. You interrupted it. They're pissed.
I didn't interrupt shit.
You,
Feels like kink shaming.
yeah, you walked into their hallway.
So I has a question here.
Yeah.
You get a little hot there?
How much force do you think in let's say the way of pounds need to be exerted in order to make the chain pull?
For him pulling to get the giant to move?
Yeah.
Very minimal.
Cool.
Like maybe 2 pounds of force. Like it's literally him just being like, come on.
So he stepped out.
I said follow.
He's like a kid with a fucking harness.
Yeah.
He stepped
I'm
out.
gonna make it wholesome.
I saw him pull the chain real hard and have the thing move real fast.
Correct. It dashed when he pulled it a little harder.
I'm going to move up 30 feet and cast catapult on the fucking chain. I want this thing to trample that man.
Even if he doesn't let go of it, it pulls him super hard, so he's gonna run. I see what you're
I
doing.
mean,
Smart.
are you going out the door with it?
Hmm?
Because there is also stairs across the way.
Yeah, he'll
from
trip
the-
down the stairs
Yeah,
and
just
die.
go
It'd be
right
great. This is some Scooby-Doo shit.
That's fucking clever.
This is a Scooby-Doo
That's
battle.
good. I hope it works.
Where are my resticles?
It's a deck save. I believe, right?
Yes. How is the chain going to make a deck save is my question.
He's carrying it.
Oh.
Choose one object within range that isn't being worn or carried.
But is the skeleton? Oh, he's wearing.
He's
it.
wearing
So
it.
hairy.
It's literally
come
wrapped around, like the
on!
collar.
Oh, the weave says no. The weave says no.
Come on.
Because it's alive.
What about the bolt,
Right?
The bolt in the chain.
Yeah, right.
Do you have
What
anything
about
book
rule of
shaped?
cool?
I'll bet if we all chant roll of cool at him.
Rule of cool. Rule of cool.
That's gonna be more likely to say
Yeah, that's-
no
that's
and
wrong.
rebuke you.
If we bullied the DM,
I don't
we'd
know
get
why
one
any of you
wrong.
would
So-
trust me.
So
Why
here's-
would you listen to me?
I didn't.
Here's what I'll ask. What is your spell save DC?
Not good.
I mean,
It's a DC deck save 13.
I'm going to have the Rot Master make a strength save to hold it taut when it is propelled forward. Does that make sense? For me trying to accommodate
Yeah.
Because
without
it's
just
like if the
absolutely
chain is if the chain
conceding?
is now moving, it's like,
Correct.
oh shit, I feel it slipping out of my hand.
And if it slips out of
Like,
his
he
hand,
might-
it's not being carried.
He might just not be holding it then.
Is it a nat 20? Well,
God damn it.
Re-roll it!
He's cheating.
Silvery bars! Silvery bars! Good fuck! I am prepared!
You can see me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, let me check the range. Let me check the range. It's 60
Is
feet.
it saving throws too?
Yeah. It's anytime a d20
Yeah.
is rolled.
Yeah, attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. You have it drawn out on your paper.
I mean, you did just hit him with fire.
Do we have to do the math? God damn
You
it!
did just hit
I
him
don't
with
want a
fireball.
hypotenuse. I'll say you're in.
Can you explain to me what Silvery Barbs does? I don't actually know.
And
It's the spell that's just fuck you dot spell.
But I should have done it to him when he passed my fireball save, but didn't. So Silvery Barb's reaction which you take when a creature you see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or saving throw. So I magically distract it, and then I can choose a different creature within range. I can choose myself. The chosen creature has advantage on the next attack roll, ability check, or saving throw it makes within 1 minute.
Okay.
So I give disadvantage and then give advantage.
So I would say
Choose
you
me.
catapult at this thing. The Rotmaster is like, oh no. How could you? But then in the distance, a flying, seductive Felix just opens the nipple.
That's not what I do!
And it just, damn it! I might be blind.
That's his headcanon. That's his headcanon.
I'm the Dungeon Master.
That's Iris headcanon.
Oh yeah, that's who's writing this whole thing out in the end of the
Iris
game.
is the narrator.
Yeah.
Oh, you were in here for that.
She's
Yeah,
quite
this is
literally
her.
the scribe.
Yeah.
Oh my god, well, describe. I know
Yeah.
that. But
She writes the book out
She's
of
the
us.
one in
So
the
this is
tavern
her.
telling the
This is
tale.
her in the side notes, the margin of the book. Just oh my god, but what if
She's like
Felix
done
actually
like-
put up his nipple flaps?
She like did a little doodle and then
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, and Ether's telling
Oh
it
my
in the
God, all
tavern,
the
and
little
somebody's like,
doodles
yeah,
you've done
and this
along the
happens.
way.
Iris
And Ether was wearing a nurse costume, and Vorst was shirtless.
Felix, are you hurt?
Oh my god, I love attending to wounds.
Right.
I'm so into this.
we should fight to make that canon.
Oh my god. Okay.
well, because the
yeah.
tavern is
It-
where the tale is being told.
yeah.
It fails.
Yeah, that's
90 feet for the object.
So I would flavor it because I know it's connected to
Yeah.
the giant. I would flavor it as I'm using it somewhat in the vicinity of like Gust, where it's like I want to push that
Yeah.
chain so that he feels it gets pulled.
Yeah.
Like good.
Yes. Good.
I mean, it's how good is
Tangerine,
it?
tangerine.
Let's find out how good it is.
You strayed too far from Scooby Doo.
I know. Yeah, we were doing wholesome like, oh my god, what if we dodge it this way? What if we dodge it that way? I want to fucking rail that Kinkmaster guy. over there.
Nine.
Just like everything else.
9 bludgeoning is how hard it's pulling. Like so,
Okay.
he's actually like.
Yeah.
Is he
So,
into it?
Yeah. Yeah. There's
The
not a
real
doubt.
question.
There's not a doubt. We didn't discuss what they studied down there. There's a reason why the rooms were only numbered. They weren't told.
I just rolled a
my God.
99%.
Exactly.
So like, I'm just saying, he's in.
So I will say that it is propelled. You rolled 9 damage out of what was the maximum?
The max is 3d8.
24.
Thank you.
So I will say that it goes 40 feet forward because the maximum distance is 90 feet. You did roughly under half damage value. He gets lurched forward 40 feet. I am
Run
going
him
to see
over.
whether or not he holds on to the chain at all or whether or not he loses
Thank you.
it. He,
That's the goal.
Falls
he
on him.
loses the chain. So, like, chain goes whipping by him. He only gets thrust forward about 10 feet. Ugh. Chain keeps going, and so does yonder frost giant.
Fleetwood Mac plays in the
So,
distance.
like, now in the middle of the hallway, about 20 feet out into the hallway, suddenly appear the frost giant. Just.
Well, good thing we're out here alone.
Does he?
Does he
that way.
trample the guy? The
Yeah. I mean, he's gonna stomp on him.
Okay.
At least once.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, step on.
I'm
That's
not
what
going to
you
say
want,
it.
a
I'm
little
not going
bit.
to say the line. I refuse to participate. This is step one.
No.
Yeah, I would say that he stomps on
I
him
said
for
half of
a
it.
solid 11 damage, and now Rotmaster is
DM can say it.
like pretty grievously injured. Step on me again.
It's grievously injured.
Oh,
Dear God, he's a switch!
right.
Oh my god, don't use your extra attack to do it again.
Please, I wouldn't want anything else.
He grabs the chain and pulls on it again. Come on!
So that was Glenn's turn. Anything else on your turn?
I still have a bonus action. Let me see if there's anything worth using.
Call him a good troll.
Who's a good troll?
That's not where I was going, but all right.
Oh.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I did enough heinous damage to the rules as written. It's fine. I'll move past it.
We
Sit
gotta check.
down.
What direction? So this guy comes running out.
Good work.
Does it look like
Straight.
Is it straight?
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. So like this hallway is 120 feet wide. He gets
Yeah.
thrust out 20 feet. So he's only about 30 feet from you.
Stop.
Not straight.
Yeah. I mean.
Obviously. Yeah.
No,
I will-
straight.
I'll continue flying down that hallway, but like I won't even go my full speed. I'll go 30 feet. Just watching to see what
Continuing
happens.
the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now 80 feet, Shell. Also, just because for you two who are right here who have passive perceptions, I will tell you that this opening goes into a small rectangular shaped room, especially you with the 300 feet of dark vision. You're pretty fucking close to it.
Yeah.
It looks like it's a weapons armory, but a check-in spot. So obviously, people who are visiting the palace, this has been indicated that this is the floor preceding the floor with the throne room. This is a checkpoint for give us your shit.
They check weapons,
Correct.
and they had a good relationship with dwarves,
Correct.
and it's been thousands of years.
Correct.
Funny.
Give me the loot.
Where are the guns?
Papa's getting a new sword.
Anything else in your turn, Shell? You're just
Is
turning
there,
around
like-
and looking.
Any like cadenzas or anything like adorning the hallway?
There would be sporadically
The white
covered in
table we
ice.
put mail
I
on.
know what a credenza is.
That's what it is.
She said cadenza.
Same thing.
Just trying to
I think technically it's cadenza.
credenza,
Does it have an
quadenza.
R?
I wanna, if you'll allow me to try and like push one of them over. So even if he does come this way, it's one thing for him to trip over.
You can make a strength check to try to throw over the
Yeah, it's got
very
an R.
frozen piece of
Oh,
furniture.
I'm so strong. Big, strong girl, all 5 feet of me. Like a 9. Oh, jeez.
No.
Where's that Frost Giant's chain? Come here.
Yeah, I mean, you like
I
give
need
it a
help.
shove and it's just unmoved.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn?
No.
Cool. Rotborn Master time. So he is thrust outside of the vacuous area
Yeah?
of the silence. Oh yeah, he got pushed real hard. He's, a few feet behind his frost giant, his frost daddy, with the chain hanging from its neck down at its feet, and
Falls to the floor.
the Rotborn Master just, in recognition of its own dire sense of health, begins to tear itself asunder.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I have to release my spores, though.
What if you didn't?
What if you didn't
Yes.
propagate?
I have to spread my seed.
I do.
Well, he got trampled, and now he's like, it's time.
It's seeding time.
Oh,
Give me the seat.
I'm ready.
No, I mean, just in terms of like,
what he
there's
said.
not anybody that's in the area for this happening as it's happening, so nobody's going to get hit by it.
Sure. But it has to do it.
It has to do it. So, like, it literally severs itself, like, starts tearing asunder at its own, again, sinewy
the
form.
giant or the
The Rotborn Master.
Okay.
To shreds, you say.
The scholarly man. Like, shreds
Scholar daddy.
himself and, like, literally falls into a clump, but, like, as he is ripping apart flesh and vine and herbaceous plant material, the two of you who are in the hallway, you would see that as it's doing it, there's plumage that is extruding and exposing itself into the surrounding area, almost like it lingers in the air around it, similar to the spell Fog Cloud.
Yeah.
And it definitely shreds itself to the point of it falls to the ground, and there is just a dark 5x5 kind of swirling, vacuous green and blue mist. It would honestly look almost like it is
Felix colored.
Yeah, like slightly Felix covered, but like it would look like the puffball of a dandelion after it has
Yeah.
died. 5 by 5 in an area.
Just slowly sinking to the ground.
No.
No?
Hovering.
Oh, that's
Hovering.
He's ascending.
It is a rot-born master for a reason. That lingers for a second.
Oh no.
That's its turn.
Is it dead?
Puffball still in the air. Rot-born master is dead, but now Puffball has entered the combat.
Puffball.
Same initiative?
I'm not going
No,
near that.
new initiative.
Puff Daddy.
Puffums.
Puff Daddy.
Puff Daddy. Rolled a 90.
Puffy.
Reese's Puffs.
Uh,
For the puff.
Yeah.
that's that.
All right.
Separate from the master it was spawned from,
Okay. Yeah.
or it was inhabiting. Either way.
He's got plenty of other bodies
Right.
to choose from.
Next we go to Sarah.
We gotta figure out how to.
You just burn it.
Where's the bubbles?
You just burn it.
There's nobody left in this room.
Me.
Right?
I mean,
Wow.
I meant
which room?
the giant and the
Yeah.
and the skeleton are no longer in this main.
Yeah.
They're both in the hallway, right?
Yeah.
Um,
It's safe.
Well,
Ish.
It's safe.
Enough.
in this room.
It's safe.
If you keep saying it, it'll be true.
Yes. Just close the doors. We don't have a problem anymore.
All right.
Well, that sure was something.
Hardly knew them. We will miss them
I
dearly.
mean, it did break them off the hinges. There's no doors there.
Just pantomime,
Hardly knew them.
pantomime closing doors. It's none of our business.
I'm just gonna run out and run towards the door. How many was that?
60.
It's 80.
Okay.
Oh shit.
It goes. You can run diagonal.
The words I was mouthing, I realize now, was not even in order. I was saying things that didn't even make sense, but I was counting properly. Help.
25,
Help.
35, 30, 20.
9, 8.
But you still counted 6.
I'm bad at math.
You don't need
I just
math to
go
tattoo.
based on feel, man.
You don't need math to tattoo.
I understand timing.
Don't need math to drive a
I
Jeep.
understand.
Can't
I understand
be all about,
timing.
like spelling and shit.
And I'm going to. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh again because I'm assuming that it fell off since
Okay.
I last cast it, and that's my turn.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, he's really far away.
Yeah, he's out.
He's in the hallway now,
Are close.
and
to
he's
the
also
room.
like a free man now.
The frost giant sees its companion just.
Sees.
Seeds.
I mean, it knows.
Senses.
It senses. Like,
Who will man the chain?
I mean, it recognizes that no one is pulling it.
Master.
I'm free.
And it definitely feels the absence
Find a
of
really big door handle.
a command. As a genuine thing, the frost giant just stands there. Does nothing. That was that. Next we go down to DJ.
On my last turn, I was engrossed in that.
Yeah.
Was Nesgrim engrossed in
No.
that? Can Nesgrim have moved
Yeah,
his
absolutely.
like 30 feet, or I more than likely would have dashed. I'll say, 30 if you would.
You crying.
That's close enough, I guess.
He's drunk.
Yeah, I still even getting 60 feet closer. 5, 10, or 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 50 feet away from him.
No, he's like out.
Oh, he's gone?
Yes,
out
he
of
is.
the-
He is 20 feet out into the hallway.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, in that
So
case,
whatever number you have, add 20.
60 feet again. We're moving 60 feet that way.
Okay.
So,
Dashing.
yep, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. And I'm 20 feet away from him now.
Sure. Okay. Top of the order, done.
What?
Plume of
Where is that at?
Well, you would see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't run into the
Yeah,
plume.
it would only be roughly 10 feet in front of you.
I wouldn't get any closer than
I
that.
wouldn't think so.
Fuck it.
Well, you know. Whatever doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
Or turns you into a mushroom.
Bless you.
You're stronger.
You are a mushroom.
Yeah? That doesn't mean I'm immune to it. I don't know that.
Could
A
be.
shroom to it?
What are you?
Oh.
You're a paladin?
Yeah.
You're immune.
Might not be.
Unless.
Only one
I
way
would
to find
dash
out.
to the entrance to
This
the
is
door.
immune to mushroom.
Okay.
Would I see this plume?
Yeah,
cloud?
absolutely. It's like 10 feet out into the hallway.
And the giant's in front of it because it went through him.
Plume is 10 feet in front of you. Giant is 10 feet further than that. The
Okay.
giant is the one who got pushed out further by the catapult spell.
Sure. I would pull out my water skin
Okay.
and, like, uncap it, put my finger over the tip of it,
Mhm.
and try to put, like, water into the air so that way the plume sinks. Because in my, like, I don't know that this is a creature or a controlled thing. I'm just assuming
Yeah.
this is a fog of acid. I'm trying to wet it so that way it binds to the water and just sinks.
Like a
to the
fog or
ground.
like a dust cloud or something. Yeah.
Sure.
Smart. I like it.
You can make a dex check.
$22.
Sure. Yeah.
Dexterous
Ether
boy.
makes it rain.
Traditional water, right?
Yes, just regular water. I don't have any other water, I don't think.
Yeah, I would say that you douse this thing in water. As you do, it is the dousing of it in water that as it contacts these spores, you can see that each of them almost vibrates and shakes as though, not covered in like an aerogel, that it repels water.
Interesting. Okay.
Ah, he's covered in Rain-X.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Yeah, that's my turn because I dashed. That's just, that's my turn.
That was why I was asking if it was just regular water.
Yeah, I
Like-
don't have other water.
A skin full of blood.
No, Sabrina does.
I don't.
Somebody has holy water.
That's the end of Dawn's.
I thought someone does. Yeah.
Next it goes
I
to
know.
me now for Puff Daddy. Man, you and Nesgrim are equally close to me, right?
Do you have holy water?
Get puffed, nerds.
Yeah, you would see this hovering, swelling thing almost articulate, not like joints, but like there's, when you see like a centipede, the legs like move like in a wave, you would see it
There it is.
wave from the bottom up and like slowly glide to within that space between Ether and Nesgrim. Both of you guys need to make Constitution saving throws, please.
+4.
Yep.
Not with advantage. You can put that extra one down.
Damn.
Put that in between the two of them. And fix him. No, in between Ether and Nesgrim. Yeah. Thank you.
27.
24.
Good job, boys.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Now it's fine.
Both of you take 7 necrotic damage. Neither of you are stricken with the additional effect. But I will say that as this thing moves in your direction, you see the wave move up through the spores. It then shakes, and both of them, it looks like it kind of bisects in the middle. And both of them, each of them attempts to envelop over not just like your face, but effectively just like a gaseous cloud disperse and erupt over each of you. Again, dying in the process. Neither of you are enveloped or possessed by it.
It tried to spread and
Yeah,
and
absolutely. Both of you resist.
Is it gone?
Yes. It disperses.
Yeah, I mean it's like a, in nature there's like parasites and stuff that
Correct.
do similar.
It's kind of like hot
just
poke.
like
Correct.
Yeah.
It's literally just mushrooms.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just doing mushrooms.
Yeah. like-
Are you cheese?
Who knows
no,
what those
you're
little fun
Nesgrim.
guys
All
are
right,
up to.
bye.
Rotmaster's dead. It's Paul.
Me?
There's a giant
The other
there.
Paul.
Okay. So how?
DJ, put that giant back up there.
I'm sorry, without visuals,
So we remember he's
difficult
there.
to remember. About how far away is the giant from me? Because I'm in front of that doorway. You said there were weapons. Wait, now I remember the weapons. Do I care about the giant? Yeah, I still
There's
care about the giant.
dwarven weapons in the armory, remember?
There could be guns.
Yeah, there could be guns.
There might
this
be
is
guns.
important. Yeah, there might
You
be
don't know where
guns.
Arthur got his guns.
Yeah, we do. I don't
Do we?
I don't remember. He definitely told us.
You are roughly 40 feet away from it.
Yeah. Guess I'll have to look in the room. No, I'm kidding.
Oh no!
Dude, you go where you want to go.
So
Yeah,
it's just
maps
kind of
for
standing
days.
there, right?
Correct. It on its turn did not have a command and did not go anywhere.
Okay. And the chain is at its feet.
Correct. It's hanging off of a collar at its neck and it's dangling down all the way to its feet and
Like,
kind of.
so I
wrapped
have to
up
be like 5 feet, within 5 feet of him
to grab the chain.
Okay. I'll move like 10 feet towards the stairs.
Okay.
So I'm within, what? Like 30 feet of it?
30 feet of it.
Yeah, and I'll, honestly, I don't want to hit it.
Again, it's just motionless.
Yeah, I mean, I'll wait there. Thariel is closer to it, right? So I'll just
Correct.
I'll gesture at Thariel. Well, actually, I'll just say in your mind, yank the chain, and I point at the stairs.
Oh, yeah, because I'm flying.
Okay.
And then I'll pass my turn.
That's it for Paul. Next we go to Glenn.
You said you're
Just
flying.
scooch the map up for us,
Yes.
just in case, just so we have something for
Yeah.
people.
Mm-hmm.
Chains free dangling.
Correct.
You like that? I did it before, and I don't think I'm gonna try to do it again. I don't
I think
know.
the line is, I'll fucking do it again.
I don't know. I really don't think I would though.
I've also got wings, like I can.
I'm gonna try one more time. Fuck it. I'm gonna try to catapult the chain one more time, just to try to make it feel like he's getting pulled forward.
Okay.
Hopefully, within hopes that he would take a couple steps forward and fall down the fucking stairs.
As a genuine, he's still far from the stairs. This is 120 feet wide.
Okay.
He is only 20 feet out. He is still roughly 100 feet away from the height of the stairs.
How much did I make him move with the last push, roughly?
40.
40 feet? Yeah, I'll try.
Okay.
Because now it's currently not being carried by someone. At least it's hanging there now.
It's worn
still
still.
worn.
It's
but
still worn.
Yeah. Same thing as last time. It's a DC 13 save. So, however you want to work that, I can roll damage for it as well if you need to.
I roll a natural 1. You want to roll on the d20 table?
Yeah.
All good.
I'm going to classify the movement component as the force effect.
4. Capitation.
You said 4?
Yep, 4.
Okay.
Grows a beard.
1, 2, 3.
He suddenly starts sprouting children.
It's the seed.
Mushrooms or frost giant?
2 on the burnout die.
Oh.
And a 10 on the burnout
Much
die, just in case.
Giant frost mushrooms.
Sell those.
12 on that one.
For the damage?
Yes.
Okay. So
Out
what-
of 3d8, whatever that was again. Was
Yeah,
it 24?
So I will tell you then, because it natural 1, that it's almost as though in the absence of it having something to command it. There is 0 resilience from this thing. So when you go to throw the chain, this thing gives no pushback, no effort to halt it. I will say that it is thrown not 90 feet. I'll say that it's thrown 120 feet, and you guys watch as it just yep, like chain starts going, and it just like an empty shell just gets yeeted fully across the hallway and crashes into its legs would strike the bottom barricade of the stairwell, hits that and topples over, and you just hear it crash like thunder and then carry down the subsequent stairs. So like it's going to take a substantial amount of damage. It's also going to make a substantial amount of noise.
We gotta go.
So like it's a
There's no more.
crash, smack, smatter, bam. Like
Do we hear pieces?
not.
That's alarm.
Like
I would say that you would
garbage
hear
noise.
some pieces just with the amount, but like it's got an enormous metal battle axe that is clashing against. Like this is the Pippin with the well. Like that's what just happened.
Yeah.
Is there the previous rotten dudes that we killed back in this room? Are there any bodies left from them?
No, they
Yeah.
got burnt.
Oh yeah, they burned
guys
up.
burnt
Yeah,
them.
and then the one that didn't, we threw it out the window.
You guys burned all the bodies, and the one we disposed of. So, like, I will say that it is in the midst of that cavalcade of it crashing into the barricade, falling over the stairwell, a series of cascading crashes and noises as ice and bone shatter into ice. You definitely hear some bone chips and things like that crash into things. I'm going to conclude us there. I will grade you very briefly on your paperwork.
Yes, please.
You guys are gonna look at Vorst, and Vorst is gonna go
Oh yeah.
silently, just silently, because I think it's still up. I'm in the bubble now. I'm just like,
As a genuine thing, because I wanted to do it on camera, you guys did really well. You missed a little bit.
Okay.
So this is where, like Savannah had said, she had to rip off.
Yeah.
This is the concluding line. This is not the first line.
Oh.
So like that's why this was all up here. When she was writing it out, it got like ripped partly when she was pressing in and was like, oh no, I fucked up that line now. Ripped all that off and was like, if I just put the last 3 letters or the last couple
left to
words
right
down
and
here,
down.
if we're going, that way, ideally we see that this is a sentence and that's a comma and go here. So this part, it is indeed. I'm gonna change the music because it's not combat music. Yeah.
It could be.
I mean, what does the note say? Could change everything.
Roll for initiative.
Nothing good.
Well, it's quite sad. You were right. The rot will wither. I perfected your recipe. Forgive me, Laverna. I should have listened. I dare not trust myself. I will carve the diagram where I abandoned you. The right where love blossomed.
Blossomed. Okay.
She must be the first. She is the root. The last thing that you guys had not written out on here, but I think you guys were getting it, is all evil yields to the summit. That's
Yields.
this is to the summit. That was all evil yields. Over here, you guys got everything right, except it's not silver vine, it's silver bark. But everything else, the herbs for 4 ounces per. This is why I was like, I believe that they can find it. These are all the same.
Yep.
This is the way of like having the access point in.
Yeah.
4 ounces per. Blackroot, Blood Purge, Silver Bark, Spellbane, and Turisat.
Yields. It wasn't. Okay, I see. So in that. Sorry, keep going.
For gems, for 1 ounces each. Frost Agate, Jasper, King's Tear is correct. And then Tomb Jade. 2 ounces per. Amber, Chrysoberyl, Diamond Dust, and Hematite. amber, chrysoberyl, diamond diced, and frost agate were all things we had used. For 4 ounces, jacinth is correct, and for 5 ounces, sunstone is also correct.
Nice.
So, like, again, genuinely, you guys got almost that entire thing outside of silverbark, and out of this, you missed 4 words.
I knew it.
Yields got me.
Yields
because
got you, and then
the
That-
2 circles
I
next to the
think-
straight
All the work
line,
that I did on
I
that
read
puzzle, I
as-
knew it.
Like I messaged you, I read it as we had seen.
It looked like 2 of
EE.
the same letter.
So we had
instead
seen
of-
EE earlier, and the way that was like written was 2 circles next to a line. So I was like, all right, well, EE and OO are the only letters that appear together, vowels that appear together like that in the alphabet. So if EE is that one, that one's OO, which is how we missed the yields, and I ended up with like goons and shit like
Well,
that.
'cause I thought it was, I think one of them should have been filled in. It wasn't. I think.
one of them what?
That
One of the
changed
dots should have
everything
been
in here. It
filled
was
in.
so
Sure.
cool.
Yeah, but-
Yeah, like I said,
Yeah.
it's her trying to utilize a
And she
completely
would
made
know.
up language.
And Savannah did a great job.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
whoever wrote this would just be their shorthand, I'm
Correct.
sure. And
They'd be able to read. Like I had to.
like
focus in.
I've not dotted my I's before, and still I can read what I wrote. But
Unless, of course, Savannah, did you intend to write goons? It could have been goons.
All evil goons to the side.
All evil
I
goons.
thought it might have been queens. I thought it was. I was looking.
Goon.
I was looking for words that had EE and OO
Good
together.
evening.
Good.
Yeah, but there are words that
IE,
obviously,
yeah.
with IE. But no.
The way those appear made me think double vowel rather than.
Mm-hmm.
But that was fun.
Thank you all for watching tonight. Much appreciated. We will be live next on Friday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern for the Lost Kings of Adorus.
For the what, Don?
For the Lost Kings of Adorus.
it has been lost. But
Unless
now,
Unless.
Laverna comes and gets me. We'll see. And then we'll be live next Monday at 6:30 p.m. Eastern for the City of Oshuamp once again. Thank you all very much for watching. Good night.
Bye, friends.
Good night.
Good evening.